Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, morning, noon, or night, everyone, and welcome, welcome. How are you guys? I hope you're doing brilliantly. Hello, Lass. Hello, Ren. Hello, Dread. Hello, Marthy. Hello, Celeste. Hello, Asta. Hello, Gidget. Hello, Nix. How are you guys? I hope you're all doing brilliantly. Hi, your dad. Yeah, forgive me if my voice is a little squeaky. I'm still feeling a little under the weather, but like it's not like as dead as I was feeling last night. I basically took the day off from work today to just be a corpse. Oh my god, oh my god. And of course, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you've all had a good New Year so far. I mean, oh no, it's like everyone's just like, I'm sick though. It's like, damn. Man, this New Year's vibe going around, and oh my god. Rest in peace, dear lass, exposed.
You better take it easy today, nerd. Affectionate. I can't protect my angel if you're dead greater than 0.
Aw, thank you for the resub, Ghosty, and I'll do my best not to die too hard. Oh my god! All right, let me swap on over. Everything should be fine. And yes, hello. Hi guys. Oh my god. I hope everyone else who's also sick takes care of themselves. Just nerd. Oh yeah. Oh my god. But yes, how have you guys been in the past couple of days? I've missed you guys, and I hope you've all been doing brilliantly. Oh, thank you, Monty. Honestly, I love that transition. Like,
Uni 100 tip money for being so great.
oh, you're so sweet, Tika. Oh my god, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hello, Ens. How are you? Welcome, welcome. No, you're alright, Red. You're alright. Honestly, it is tricky as hell jumping into like profile picture, all of that kind of stuff, like the artist rights, etc. When you're new to it. So don't worry, I completely understand, and I'm glad I was able to help. You're completely cool. Oh my god. Yes. I missed you as well, dear Mothy. No, you're always going to be welcome here, whether you have the time to be active or not. You've got a spot in my heart. It's permanent, don't worry. Hello, Az, how are you? Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Oh my god. Ooh, what are you doodling? Let me come like a tiny bit close to the mic. Oh, thank you, Esther. I promised to use them to distract someone. I'll use the 25 bits to distract someone so I can break it and steal their tea. Just be like, he's 25 bits, and they'll be like, what? And they'll be like, yeah, your tea is mine now. Num 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 num. Suck up my chamomile, bitch. And then I would like attempt to run away, but because I'm sick, I wouldn't get very far, nor be very smooth about it. So it would be like that whole like, I'm running, but I'm also hitting, like bumping into like every object and like stumbling into front of the door and like rolling around a little bit, but like the escape is happening. Honestly, they'd probably let me escape just out of pity at that point. Hello, Cocktaily. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Well, be careful, dear Mothy. I may just gobble you up, dear friend. That is like so unappealing when someone's sick, though. It's like, get your snot ass bubbles away from me. Just legit, lads. Just like, just let him go. I think he needs this one. You can have the tea. It's just like I'm just like going down. I'm just like running down the street with probably like the coordination of one of those like blow up dolls in front of car houses. You know, the ones with their arms in the hair and they're like waving around like crazy. Yeah, like that's gonna be like me running down the street because like you don't have balance when you're sick. Oh no! Honestly, like, Apple Pencils are just notorious for just running away. I swear to God. Yeah, 2-man roll, that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Cocktail. Oh my God, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Oh no, Ass, no, you're ill as well. Why is everyone getting sick in the new year? I swear to God, like, come on. Ah, thank you, Asty, you sweet bastard. Thank you for the 50 minis and for the sweet message attached. Oh my God. You may not cure my sniffles, but you'll cure the hole in my heart, dear friend. Oh my God, that sounds so scratchy, I'm sorry. Minty fresh. Oh no, Monty. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like legit, like, when you're sick is when you're snuggliest, and it's also when everyone's like, you can fuck off. And it's like, hug me, and it's like, if I hug you, you're gonna pass on the virus. That desire for hug, that's not you speaking, that's the virus speaking. You can keep your broke ass, Osmosis Jones. Oh, they're over there on the windowsill. I'll get them eventually. Yeah, legit, Mom. Legit as. I swear, just 2024 just came in with violence. Oh, what happened last leap? Yeah, probably got sick. I can't even remember. I swear. Legit, Ren, legit. Oh my God. So like everyone in your family is sick. Jesus. What is happening? Like, oh my God. It's like, oh yeah. It's like, pity me. It's like, shut up, man flu. I mean, you know how it is. You know how it is. Like, if I lost a leg, I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine. But because I got the sniffles, it's the end of the world. Okay. Oh, well, Asta. No other words required. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. No. Yeah, Monty, legit. Oh no, Tika's even got fatigue. No. Oh, you did 2024, please, come on. The first day was pretty good, man. Why'd you drop the ball? Yeah, it's like, I'll try and drag you into the light, but I don't know if I'll make it either. I mean, that is true, Red. That is true. Oh my God, Trey. That would be honestly quite hilarious to see. Yeah. Oh no, Ghosty, no, not the food poisoning. I hope you're okay. Oh my God, literally everyone is dying, confirmed. And it's like, it's not even like COVID dying, it's just general dying. Oh my God, yeah, we just all died. Hello, Asta. How are you, buddy? Oh, did you want me to pick up your box? Is that it? There you go. The box has been picked up. At least Asta's fine, isn't that right, buddy? Yes. You're the picture of health. No. Mwah. Oh my God. Oh, it's just sheer chaos, too, I think. Yeah, it's the got destroyed. Amazing. Oh no. Yeah, true. You know what, Ants? I'm gonna take that as as like as evidence that this year can't be that bad. It's like, I'ma heal you of all your ailments by giving you a far worse one. Why you snatch my wig? I need all the warmth I can get right now. Yes, I did, Jen. I did. Honestly, all you needed to do was like stick like right at the ass bottom of it, just like an art by egg. So that's sweet of you. Oh my god. It's like, come have a hug, and I'm like, get your germs away from me. It's snuggled. Honestly, that's like far more ominous when someone's sniffling. Alright. Num. So yes, tonight's plan will be, we're going to be reading some r/am I the arsehole stories, and the best part, now that it's the 4th of January, or the 3rd for some of you guys, is we're now getting all the Christmas chaos stories from last year. We're getting the new Christmas chaos stories fresh out of the oven. You did not have to do it, did you? Oh, anytime, Monty, anytime. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, I can already tell, just like looking at r/AITA, oh dear god, what the fuck happened last year? And of course, there's an needed one for the AITA. It's like, this is the sick kettle, and this is the tea. Start sipping, bitch. Oh no, Martha, no. Yeah, a little fumble. It is entirely up to you, dear Dread. Much. Yeah, just cast much. Oh my god. Oh yes, as well with the with what was supposed to be last night's stream, which was the subathon chibis and the merch designs. We'll be doing them, I believe, tomorrow. I believe tomorrow instead of yesterday, because I still want to do them this week. But also, I was dead yesterday. Of course. Go do your work, get nice and comfortable. Because, darling, we are about to discover... Am I the arsehole for ruining Christmas and being upset the only gifts I got from my family were joke gifts? Some background. My family likes to play pranks with Christmas and birthday gifts. It's nothing new. I, female 21, as well as my 5 siblings from 29 to 37, have all been pranked on our birthdays and on Christmas, and usually it's just 1 or 2 gifts. This Christmas, though, I was the only person to get all joke gifts. For example, I unwrapped a MacBook from my brother, but when I opened it, it was just some chocolate, which I don't eat, so I gave it away. And the MacBook was actually given to my sister inside a bag she wanted. Another gift was what I thought was a book I put on my Christmas list, was actually just the book cover put on a dictionary. When I asked my mum about the book, she told me she gave it to my sister-in-law. This went on with each present my siblings and parents had given me. AirPods was just a charger block, adapter, gift cards were used and had a $0 balance. A card with Monopoly money and so on, totaling about 12 joke gifts. I realized I went out of my way to get everyone something they'd wanted, or they, didn't get anything. At this point, I was bummed, so I went to the living room and watched TV with my boyfriend. At dinner, they were all talking about how much they loved their gifts, and when my dad asked why I hadn't said anything about mine, I said there wasn't much to say. Everyone but my boyfriend laughed, and my mum said it was no big deal, as everyone else also got some joke gifts. I told her every gift I got was a joke gift, and that the ones they got was also followed by the real one. My dad told me I needed to relax as I'm making a big deal about it, and I'd have next Christmas to get the stuff on my list. Not wanting to go back and forth, I told my boyfriend I wanted to leave and we can spend the rest of Christmas break with his family, then go home. My family got mad and told me not to go and to just stay because it wasn't serious. I left and put my phone on Do Not Disturb during the drive, and by the time we got to my boyfriend's parents' house, I had several missed calls and texts from them calling me names like ungrateful, sensitive, and childish. They said I ruined Christmas and made my parents upset because I left. Next day, I exchanged and opened gifts with my boyfriend and his family, and one of the gifts I'd gotten was the book I'd wanted, the book my mum had pretended to gift me. I posted it on my Instagram story, and not even 0 minutes after posting it, my sister sent a screenshot of my story to the family group chat, and they basically got mad at me for leaving and telling me I ruined Christmas over some presents. They told me I owe everyone, especially my parents, an apology because my mum spent New Year's sad because of my actions. Now, I just want an outside party to tell me if I'm the asshole here. Am I in the wrong for being upset about the gifts and for leaving? After reading their messages and sitting on this for a few days, I'm now feeling like maybe I was upset over nothing and need to apologize to them. Gonna edit this as there may have been some misunderstanding. My Christmas list didn't include expensive gifts, nor was I upset that I didn't receive expensive gifts. I was merely upset because of being pranked with everything I got and being the only person who didn't get a real present, that's all. Another thing I'll address is I didn't do anything to my family which would warrant them doing this. The last big argument I had with my sister was well over 1.5 years ago. Thank you for the replies, and I'll try my best to reply in the comments while I'm at work. Editing once more to add that I participated in joke gifts when I was a kid, haven't participated in the last 10 years because I didn't enjoy it or find it funny, which they do know. I will reply with more info if I'm needed while I'm on break or have time to reply. I'm familiar with the term scapegoat, but truthfully don't fully understand, so research that as well. Of course. Yeah, not the asshole. Yeah, legit. Like, come on. I know, right? It's legit. Like, essentially, 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫, if you give someone a gift card as their gift and it's got $0 on it, you gave someone garbage. You get that. The Christmas present was literal garbage. Like, here you go. You can throw it out into the bin for me because you can't use it. Like, actual literal garbage. Like, it's like... Yeah, no, apparently not even $2. I believe the quote was... Where was it? Yeah, gift cards were used and had a $0 balance. So, like, it wasn't even $2, because at least with $2, you'd be like, okay, fuck you, but I can use $2. $0, that's just garbage. Yeah, legit, lads, yeah. Here, throw this out for me. Oh my god, like... Gag gifts are totally fine, but the thing is, if you only get gag gifts, but no one else only gets gag gifts, that's singling out. It would be one thing if, like, every single person just got nothing but gag gifts, and, like, the whole thing was, the entirety of Christmas was just a big joke to everyone, no one got serious presents, it was just bullshit presents for everyone. That would be fair, because that would just clearly be a weird family thing. But it's kind of like... It does seem like the poster was, whether it's deliberate or not, everyone kind of singled them out as the one with the joke gift. But I think the thing that bothers me the most out of all of it, was, and I think the thing I feel the worst to OP about was, it wasn't just that they got a bunch of gag gifts. It was that all of the gifts that the gag gifts were pretending to be were given to other people in the family. So it's like...
Behold, Shark is here. Now the tea can truly be spilt.
Shark, hello. Thank you for the resub and welcome. Hi, Monty. How are you? Welcome. Yeah. So, absolutely not the arsehole on this one. I feel super bad for OP, honestly. Like, nah. Oh. Yeah. Soon in 1 month you will give I don't know where this metaphor's going. You're getting more and more cursed. It's like, yeah, that's more cursed when you go down that rabbit hole. Oh my god, how you been? And Happy New Year. Oh my god. Ah, lovely. That sounds really lovely, Monty. I hope you have a lovely time. I'm never 9 months old. Yeah, we gotta fear the Twitch, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the follow, Monty Hendozy CH. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty, now for the next story. Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law she won't be seeing my baby after throwing a baby shower for herself? I need context because what? Okay. My husband and I are expecting our first child. We moved to be closer to his family. I'm no contact with mine. My mother-in-law has been referring to the baby as her baby this entire time. She will say things like, I can't wait for my baby to be born. My baby's going to be so loved. This rubs me the wrong way for reasons I cannot explain. Give me a moment. This is Comet being weird. I heard suspicious noises and I'm like, Comet. Yeah, no, she's just being weird. For once it wasn't Asda. Yes, you're innocent this time, buddy. Somehow. She's like, armful of meows. Alright. My mother-in-law wanted to throw me a baby shower and invite her friends. She said they made an agreement a long time ago that they would celebrate each other's kids' weddings and births. My husband and I eloped and declined a reception for her friends since we don't know them. My mother-in-law told me that I owed it to her to let her throw the baby shower since I hurt her friends' feelings by not having a wedding reception. I asked if I could invite my friends, and she said no, that this was for her friends, and that if my friends wanted to throw me a shower they could. I reluctantly agreed. My husband and I spent hours on our registry, and my mother-in-law asked for it so she could share with her friends. She said she forwarded the registry on. She asked me what design I wanted on my cake and cookies. I told her flowers because I'm decorating the nursery in a garden theme. At the shower, they provided me with a mother-to-be sash and my mother-in-law with a granny-to-be sash to wear. I noticed the theme of the shower was circus animals. The cake had an elephant and balloons on it, and the cookies were animals. At first I thought maybe the floral theme was just too difficult, so I rolled with it until it was time to open the presents. Every present was some kind of circus animal. Onesies, blankets, toys, nothing on my registry. I was a little confused and even went so far as to check my registry, but to make sure I hadn't goofed up and changed everything. I thanked everyone for their gifts and tried to sound as gracious as possible, but I was so confused. My husband, who is a little less tactful than I am, showed up at the end of the shower and noticed the theme right away. He goes, "What's up with all the circus animals?" He looks at the presents and says, "This isn't what we asked for." Then he looked at his mum and goes, "Mum, what did you do?" She smiled and said, "I didn't like the theme you chose for my baby. I'm going to decorate my baby's nursery at my house with circus animals, so I created a registry for myself." My husband said, "You did what?" She says, "Well, my baby's going to need a room at my house, so I threw a shower for myself." I lost my composure and told her that she would not see my baby and to stop calling the baby hers, and my husband told his mum that she's delusional if she thinks we're going to allow this. She started crying and said we're just withholding her baby from her. We've been getting texts from his family since the shower, calling us selfish and ungrateful and saying we ruined her joy of being a grandma. Are we the asshole? No! Oh dear God, no! What the fuck? Bro! What a total delulu solution is it? Damn, Jesus Christ! Like, she was well within her right to be uncomfy with the my baby stuff. What the fuck? Dude! Dude, that's so not good. That is delusional, beyond delusional. Oh, most kidnappers are known to the family. You right, Eden? Oh my god. Just, I'm so glad that the husband took the wife's side and they left together. Like, I am so glad this wasn't one of those cases where, like, the husband was a wet blanket. Oh my good god, what the fuck, man? That is disgusting. That is fucked. That is absolutely fucked. Yikes. Run. Yeah. Yeah, like, legit, it's like, I understand if she wants that kid to have their own room at grandma's house. Like, that's totally fair. But, like, it's not her baby. Like, it sounds like the kind of creepy shit where she try and steal the kid and convince the kid it's hers. Oh my god, yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god. Honestly, at least the husband is the king in this scenario. There are way too many of these stories where the husband's like, I'll just listen to my mum, though. Like, I am so glad that he's like, no, that's fucked. Just, yeah, like, Jesus, yikes, run. I love how, like, the top comment is literally, not the arsehole. Make sure if she has key to your home, locks a chain. Make sure you invest in security cameras. Let the hospital know your mother-in-law is to be nowhere near your baby. Let them know that you and your husband are the only two that fill out any paperwork. Honestly, no contact from the start that way. She has no grandparents' visitation case. Document every creepy thing she does. Call your doctor and tell your pediatrician at the time to password protect your medical information. Your mother-in-law is unhinged, and this has the hands that rocks the cradle vibes. Yeah. Oh, dear God. Oh, my God. Like, that is so red flag. Oh, run. Yeah, legit. Honestly, it's like, oh my god. Thank you for the hydrate, Pop. Alright. Okie dokie. Am I the asshole for the meltdown I had on Christmas Day, which caused my dad's wife to cry? Well, depends on the meltdown. Ah, that's lovely, Jet. The background starts with my mum passing. I, 17 female, was 11, and my sisters were 16 and 18. Our dad met his second wife a couple of years later when I was 13. The expectations for my relationship with her and my sisters were very different. My sisters were expected to be civil, but if they weren't close, it was no big deal. But almost everyone, minus my sisters and minus my mum's family, expected me to see my dad's wife as some second mother or maternal parental figure. They got married when I was 14. My dad's wife wanted me to divide Mother's Day between my sisters at the maternal side with her. My sisters were not expected to do the same, but she would say she wanted to celebrate the day with her kid. She signed us up for mother-daughter things. She would get hurt when I didn't want to go and would never ask my sisters. I asked her before why she expected me to do these things with her, but she never invited my sisters. She said she was raising me and wanted to be a mother presence in my life, but they were grown. I told her and my dad on separate occasions that I didn't want or need and wouldn't accept someone else into that kind of figure. I was ignored. I had a small run-in with my sisters when Dad was getting married because I said he shouldn't and they said he should be allowed to move on and Mum would want him happy. When I explained what was going on, they realized why I was feeling that way. They tried talking to Dad, but it did no good. My dad's side of the family would all make comments that I was lucky to have another mother figure, or how I don't seem to give her the care and consideration she deserves. They would ask why I seemed to spend no time with her of my own free will, or why I was never loving towards her. My dad told me I should show her more love and affection, and he told me I made her feel left out when I didn't tell her stuff, or when I made plans with others but not her. I know some people would love to have someone like this in their lives, but I want the same relationships my sisters have with her. But more is expected. So Christmas Day came and everyone was at our house for Christmas, minus my mum's family. My dad and his wife gave me a card from my parents and my sisters got them with Dad and his wife. Then it became time for family photos. We got one with the three of us and Dad, but then my grandparents wanted me in the family one with my dad and his wife, but my sisters weren't expected to be in it. I tried to step out, and my dad's wife said it wasn't a family photo, without their kid. This was the point where I lost it, and I told her I'm not her kid, she's not my mother figure, and that she's Dad's wife just like she is to my sisters, and I want it to be that way. I said I do not love her and hate how they all treat her like she suddenly became a parent to me. My sisters were on my side, but my dad was furious, and his wife cried and cried harder as I continued. Am I the asshole? Oh. I mean, I suppose a key thing to keep in mind is she's 17. It's like, is there a nicer way to say it? Sure, but is she the asshole? No, and ultimately, from the looks of it, she has tried to say it in the nicer way multiple times and been brushed off, so ultimately, I'm not surprised she snapped. Like, like, no, like, come on. Come on. Yeah. Exactly, friend. Yeah. And it's like, sure, it's a nice sentiment that the dad's new wife wanted to see her like her child. That's a nice sentiment, sure. But it stopped being a nice sentiment when she started trying to force that on the kid. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, listen to your kids. Like, a lot of people seem to forget that kids are still people. And what that means is, like, they're not going to stop being who they are when they turn 18 or when they turn 21. When they become an adult, they're still going to be who they were. They'll just be a more grown-up version. Which essentially means that if they're 15 and they're basically like, you're my dad's wife, stop calling me your mom, it is incredibly, incredibly likely that if they don't change that behavior at 21, that now adult's going to turn around and go, you were never my mum. For God's sake, stop contacting me. Because, of course, there would be an explosion. But yeah, like, I really can't blame this person at all for cracking, honestly. And clearly, it's like, it's cute that the dad and the wife, and I say that in kind of a sarcastic way, it's cute that they wanted to live their fantasy of having a child together. That's very sweet for them, but they seem to forget the child themselves. And that's where this came from. Like, you can't just reassign a parent for a kid and expect them to be okay with it. Yeah, Tika? Yeah. Yeah, working for your uncle doesn't see your kid. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're their voice. Because, yeah, it's like, it's kind of like the dad and the wife are so wrapped up in their own fantasy, so to speak, in their own wants, that they're completely ignoring this kid. And yeah, this is what it resulted in. I mean, I guess the thing is as well is like the child's mom has passed. Like, if whether the kid had a good or a negative relationship with the mom doesn't even matter. The fact is the mom's passed, and in a lot of cases, like, how many of us would have a parent who passes and then go, all right, well, my dad's gone. Looks like the slots just opened up. Any takers? Who wants to be my new dad? That's not how it fucking works. It's not like a job position you can fill when someone's left. Generally, one person gets the role, and that's it. Oh my god. Absolutely not the arsehole. Absolutely not the arsehole. Alrighty. Honestly, I think you're pretty right about that one, yeah. A lot of them really are just, am I the arsehole for exploding when people keep crossing my damn boundaries? That is a lot of them. And you feel bad as well, because a lot of them are kind of like, I think I might be the dick, but like, I want to be sure, and in almost every scenario, it's a case of like, no, they've just been pushed to the brink too many times. Exactly, lass, yeah. Yeah, and it's very much like they want to be happy so much that they're completely blind to the fact they're making everyone else miserable as a result. Yeah, honestly, Ren, as well. And it's like, I'm at least glad that the OP's siblings and OP's, like, the mum side of the family are against it. Because at least she's got someone. Like, at least she's got some people who are on her side with it. Because it would be far worse if nobody was on her side with it. Because, like, that's the kind of stuff that eventually results into a very rocky relationship between an adult child and their parents. Alrighty. Now, am I the asshole for picking a revealing bridesmaid dress in order to get one of my bridesmaids to drop? Oh no. So, this has been a long thing coming. My soon-to-be husband has a sister. Let's call her Mia. Now, Mia and I did not click very well. I'm polite, but I wouldn't say we're friends. I felt I was forced by his family to make her a bridesmaid, or she'll be sad. I'm going to be blunt. Mia is overweight and very insecure about it. This has led bridesmaid dress shopping to be a nightmare. Never could find something she wants and all the other bridesmaids and me liking it. So I gave everyone 2 options to vote on. Option 1 was getting a dress that can be styled multiple ways, or picking from a collection so everyone matches but they'll need to pay for it. Option 2 was I will buy everyone's dress, but what I chose would be the dress, and my decision was final. My five bridesmaids voted, and option 2 won. So I picked out a blue strapless dress with a mini slit. I really like it, and I knew Mia would have an issue with it. I said to picture to all the bridesmaids, confirming the right size before I ordered it. This is where it blew up. Mia was pissed I picked a revealing dress. This resulted in an argument where she thinks I am a huge jerk, and I told her she can step down if she has issues with the dress. She tried to get the family on her side, but everyone knows I gave them options and had watched me struggle to find something everyone wants. Edit. She did also vote for the option where I paid for the dress. I truly didn't ask her, and mother-in-law announced she was one of my bridesmaids at a family gathering. The only way to keep peace with the whole family was basically giving her what she wanted. I have also gone to 4 different shops to find a dress for everyone. Oh, this is a tricky one. Hello, Eros, how are you? Oh my god. It's like... Ooh. Bitchy move, definitely, but understandably bitchy move. Like, yeah, it's that whole, like, you can't make everyone happy. And, like, she's aware that she was being kinda bitchy with the move. But it's that whole case of, like, she never wanted this person to be the bridesmaid, and it's, oh, like, options we're giving, definitely, like, yeah, like, definitely top-notch passive aggression, like, I stand malicious compliance. Oh, I think the thing that has me on the fence is there's not enough info regarding her relationship with Mia. Like, it's just kind of like, I wouldn't say we're friends, like, kind of a distance thing. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I kind of want to say, like, everyone sucks here, just because OP, that was a pretty bitchy move. That was essentially using the other girl's insecurities against her to force her to drop out. And there's also just, like, not enough information. Like, it depends, like, because, like, Mia just sounds like just a family member. Like, I don't know, like, it doesn't sound like Mia's some huge asshole or anything like that. It just sounds like she's just a family member, and the OP just didn't want that person to be in a bridal party. Yeah, so it's kind of like... Yeah, we don't know enough about her, yeah. It's like, we need more info. Like, we need to know, like, is Mia this horrible villain, or is she just kind of, was she forced into it too? Because that's the other thing as well, like, the question, like, there is, like, we don't know if Mia was forced to be a bridesmaid from the family as well, because that could also be a thing. We just don't have enough information, I think, about the other party. But yeah... Definitely, I'm gonna... Yeah, like, honestly, like, mother-in-law is definitely being an asshole. Like, that is an easy one. Like, being like, oh, yeah, my daughter's gonna be party or bridal party now. Like, that's a bit fucked. That's a bit fucked. No. I think the only one that I can solidly go, like, this person is an asshole is that mother-in-law. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Monty, exactly. So it's like... we don't know, because it's like, yeah, because it's just as likely to be like they truly don't get along, or Queen Bee doesn't want a big girl on a big day kind of thing. So we don't know. I'm gonna say, yeah, last same. I think I'm gonna go with everyone sucks here, because at least like the way OP's written this, I am getting a bit of a Queen Bee red flag from it personally. I know, right? Arms up at the peanut gallery. Yeah. Oh yeah, easy, Eden. Yeah, I think that's like the one person everyone's like, easy, dickhead. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for expecting my date to cover the cleaning cost of a dress he ruined? No, but I will read for context anyway. I, 27 female, am in a bit of a dilemma and could really use some advice. I've been seeing this guy for a couple of months, and we decided to go to a nice high-end restaurant for a date. Initially, I was going to wear a nice dark blue dress that I like to wear out, but he asked me to wear a different white dress that I'd shown him once as it matched his outfit. I've never had a guy ask me this. The white dress in question was a gift from my late grandmother and was quite expensive, so I was reluctant, but agreed and just asked that we didn't go anywhere after where I might spill something on it or otherwise mess it up. He mentioned clubbing after dinner, which is why I said that. I didn't want to risk missing the dress up. He said we could just go to dinner and I could change out of it before doing anything else. Great. However, the evening took a turn for worse when he accidentally spilled his red wine all over my dress. He'd got an unexpected call, and when he tried to quickly mute his ringer, his elbow hit his glass and it spilled all in the lap area of my dress before I could react. It was completely drenched and stained. He was apologetic at the time, and I tried to be cool about it, but inside I was devastated, especially since I mentioned how I wanted to be careful wearing it. Later, I mentioned to him that the dress was very expensive and asked if he'd be willing to help with the cost of cleaning or replacing it. To get it professionally cleaned and the stain removed would cost $100, which I asked him to pay half of. To my surprise, he got quite defensive. He argued that it was an accident and I was being unreasonable for expecting him to pay for something like that, and that it was my fault for wearing it out knowing that it could have happened. I feel like it's a matter of principle. Yes, it was an accident, but the dress is ruined, and it was extremely sentimental to me, not to mention a valuable dress. He thinks I'm being materialistic and making a big deal out of nothing. Now, I'm not sure how to feel about his reaction. Am I the arsehole for expecting him to cover the cost? No! Like, yeah, legit. Like, he asked her to wear it. She made it clear she didn't want to wear it because it was a precious dress, and she was very careful. Like, it was very important to her. She made it very clear that she didn't want to risk getting any mess on it because, you know, once again, valuable dress. They even deliberately cut out at like clubbing and stuff later in that night because she just didn't want to do it. Definitely not the asshole. In fact, I think that boyfriend that date, is being an absolute cad. Oh my god, like, yeah, he should have known the risk. And the thing is, as well, is like, yeah, like $100 for a massive stain reveal. Yeah, like victim blaming, dodging, 100%, absolutely dodgy. The fact that like, the fact he's like tried to turn around and go, oh well, you were the one that wore it, knowing what could have happened. After he basically manipulated her into wearing it in the first place, is just so dirty. Absolutely not the arsehole. And I hope she either A, breaks up with his dumb ass, or B, he gets off his high horse and pays for the $50 dry cleaning. Like, she's not even being like, give me several $100. She's like, $50 to help me clean this thing. That's a big old red flag. What a piece of shit. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Basically, Ghosty, like, she was like, I don't want to wear this dress. Like, it's, you know, it's very valuable, it's sentimental. I think it was like her late grandma's dress too. Valuable, sentimental, and she was like, they've been seeing each other for a few months, and she was like, I don't want to wear it, but he was like, wear that dress because it matches my outfit. So he made her wear it because it matched his outfit. And it's kind of like, and she made it very clear, like, he wanted to go clubbing, but she was like, no, I don't want to spill anything on the dress. And after all of that, the thing is as well, is like, he should have changed the fit. Like, he should have just let her wear what she really wanted to do. And for another one, he shouldn't have put his wine glass in a spot where it could be easily knocked over onto her dress. Like, if you gave the slightest shit about her opinion, you could have put your glass on the other side of the table, you dipstick. Like, that's on him. I know, right? Honestly. Hi, girl, how are you? Welcome. Yep. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's a miracle they kept their cool. And, you know, if she keeps that boy around, I mean, I feel bad for her. Yes, exactly, Eris. Never put your glass on the edge. It always ends badly. Like, I always put mine, like, at least, like, a hand width away from the edge of the table because I'm clumsy. And if you're clumsy, you know you're clumsy because you tend to be clumsy a lot. Like, that's a thing you know when it's your trait. So I stick it, you know, where I won't bop it on everything. And it's kind of like, if it's an elbow bopping reach, it's in a stupid position. So either this boyfriend is a dick, well, he's a bit of a dick anyway, but like, either he is like kind of a bit of a vindictive dick, or he's just that dumb. And regardless, like, she could do better. She can so do better than that. Oh my god. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for not inviting my friend's husband to dinner because he eats way too much? I mean, that is kind of amusing. My friend has been married for a year now to her firefighter husband. She's the only one in the friend group that's married. I usually host dinners every couple of months, and we're going to do a late one for the holidays on Friday. I usually invite him, but money has gotten tight due to the holidays, and he eats so much. I understand why, but it always results in my having to do double recipes, or I run out of food. So this time I told everyone I want to do just a girls' night. This means my friend's husband is not invited. And if he isn't there, then there is enough food for everyone without double recipes. She called me up asking why I'm doing a girls' night, so I told her the truth that I couldn't afford to make double for dinner, and her husband eats a lot. She called me a jack-off, and now she's telling my friends why. Everyone is split, and no one's offering to help with the food bill. Edit. I will give the group the option to Venmo me some money or change it to a potluck. Never mind. Actually, I'll just be cancelling it. Yes, you're very majestic, Asta. I mean... yeah, I mean, honestly, like... Yeah, like... I can't blame her for not wanting to invite him, but I do... This is a tricky one, like... I mean, no, she did frame it as a girls' night. So she was like, oh, I want a girls' night. Like, that's totally fair, honestly. But, like, she's well within her right just to cancel the whole thing and go, okay, fuck you guys. Like, if she's in a tough financial spot, and she knows that when this guy comes, she's basically got a double bill on her hands, if anything... either the girlfriend of, like, oh, sorry, the wife of the husband, so the friend, or the husband themselves should be willing to put money in to cover their extra feeding costs. If things are this tight, like, she's basically going, like, I cannot afford to make double dinner specifically just for your husband. So, like, if he was willing to pay for his part, or she was willing to pay for his part, there wouldn't be an issue. She's not saying, I don't want to cook it. She's saying, I cannot afford it. Those are two very, very different issues. And it's like... Ideally, it might have been a bit better if she was just kind of upfront about the whole thing. Kind of being like, look, I can't afford the bill this time. Usually when your husband... like, and even though she did come clean. It wasn't like she hid it. She did come clean in a private manner. But, like, yeah, it's... I mean, what it comes down to is just people being cheap, really. I say she's not the arsehole. Like, yeah, like, she went a bit squirrely about it at first, but she did come out and tell the truth in the end, and she basically got bit for telling the truth. And if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Like, money doesn't care about your feelings. If you don't have enough money... you don't have enough money. That's kind of the end. No more money appears unless people give it to you. So, yeah, like... And clearly, from the sounds of it, like, never mind, we'll be cancelling it. It seems like the second she turned around and went, okay, you can either bring your own food, or you can give me some money to pay for food, everyone probably backed out. So it's probably everyone just being cheap assholes. Like, bro, don't expect free food if you're not willing to, like, put your hand on the table when shit's tight. Like, come on. Hello, Suki, how are you? Welcome. Legit, yeah. Like, that would be so easy just to like, hey, if everyone can pitch in $5, if it's like a group of 10 people, everyone pitching in $5 is an extra $50. And that could feed that man. But honestly, if he eats double, he should pay double. Like, come on. That's so rude. Exactly. And a potluck would have been fun. And honestly, I bet it's just because everyone else is lazy. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay food, but they don't want to make food either. They want to get free food. That's what they're in it for. So when she turned around and went, no more free food, they all backed out. Honestly. So dodgy. But a firehouse cookout would, yeah, no, it sounds so good. Ah. Honestly. Yeah, like, you take turns to pay. You got to be fair about it, you know? Like, all right, give me a quick moment. There we are. Wait, just adjusting. There we go. All right, there we are. But yeah, I say not the arsehole in that one. Legit, Char, legit. Honestly, that sounds very fun. Thank you for the hydrate, Ghosty, and the posture check. Nom. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, legit ends. Yeah, honestly, that's what it sounded like to me as well. It's like, I want to dinner with friends, but I don't want to do anything or pay anything. I just want to be there and get free food. It's like, boy, OP ain't a food truck. Well, I mean, I can get the sports drink. I mean, yes, it's definitely sports drink. So the next story is called... Oh, groceries are so expensive. I'll go get it. I'll be good. It arrived yesterday. I've got no excuses now. I'll go get the sports drink. I'm going. Alright, I've got this sports drink. I'm being good. Now I hydrated from the sports drink. I got the healthy drink. Oh my god. Ooh, the hard drive hasn't arrived yet. I'm pretty, like, I'm keeping an eye out for it. Like, if it doesn't arrive soon, then I'm gonna be like, oi, oi, throne, tough fuck, bruh. But, like, I'm definitely keeping an eye out for it. I'm gonna give Throne, like, maybe 2 more days before I'm like, boy, either find that shit, or just let me get it myself. Yeah, legit. It's like, come on, man. Where the fuck is it? Thank you, Les. Yes, I'll be good. I'll have the healthy drink. Yeah, legit, Sharon, legit. It's like, come on, where is it? Honestly, because it's like, let me, because I'm pretty sure, like, because I've been, like, trying to, like, keep an eye on it. Alright, let's see, where is it? Alright, where are we? So it's down here. All right, where's the tracking? Because I know I got them to give me the tracking. Right, there we go. And then let me quickly look it up. All right, so it's so I know there's like a special website for it. All right, there we go. All right, come on, no. There we go. I'm just trying to like find the tracking because I know I've got the number, but I've got to find the right slightly shady website to hunt it down. All right, let's see. Ah, damn. I think I've got it on my phone, so I have to check a bit after. But like the last update I got, it was like in Australia. But, like, that's the last I heard of it. It's like, what's happening? Gotcha, ghosty. But yeah, don't worry. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, like, basically because it's technically coming from Amazon, but just, like, Amazon UK or something. Essentially what that means is like they don't give you like useful package tracking, they just give you like this Amazon order and you've got to go to some slightly shady website that's willing to track the order because like Amazon is like just weirdly like annoying about it all. Oh my god, alright, Amazon order number tracking. Alright, come on, please. Because I can't track it through Amazon itself because Amazon's very much like, I don't know, man, like, it wasn't your account, so no tracky. Could say it's Slim J. Of course, ants, have a lovely rest of your day, rest well, and thank you for hanging out. It's always a joy to have you here, you know that. Ooh, and because on those alcohol pens you wanted to do, you get any? No, I didn't manage to get any, no. It's okay, there's always next time. Oh my god. Come on, slightly shady website. Oh well, I'll have to check that a bit after, otherwise we'll like spend like the next like forever just trying to shake the thing into like giving us an update. Like, come on, boy. Come on. Oh. Okay, so the tracking information finally worked. Okay, according to this, the last update is from today, and it's apparently in Melbourne now. So apparently it was coming all the way from the UK. So for the looks of it, yeah, today it looks like it landed. The plane landed today, so it's in Melbourne now. So it's definitely like in the vicinity. So I'll probably get it either tomorrow or on Monday. It says the estimated delivery is the 10th. Hopefully it comes tomorrow. Otherwise I'll probably get another. Yeah. So I'm watching this shit. I made Throne give me the tracking number. Yeah, I know, right, Char? Just like, come on, 6 days, really? What are you gonna do with it? Just stick it in the bin. So it's like, so it says, okay, so it could be customs, yeah, honestly. It says it's processed at facility. All right, yeah, so it should be here relatively soon, but I've got the tracking and I'm watching that shit. But yeah, it's like, come on. Oh yeah, the Switch case on the throne looks super cool, honestly. Oh yeah, I don't know if like on my throne is like it's just something like I can see and it's preemptive, or if it's active, but like Throne gave me the option the other day to like turn on surprise gifts. Is that active? Like from your guys' perspective, like is the option on the throne page to like do surprise gifts? Because like I can't tell, because obviously I'm in my own account and I don't know if it's just lying to me. Because apparently with that option you can send what you want to me, and yeah, and like I can like choose like not to see it, but I can see it if you guys want me to. But essentially, it means you can order, you could get me stuff that's not on my wish list if you wanted to. At least that's what it said. Throne is the land of the prezzies. Yeah, honestly, I just wanted to check if the surprise me option was like even there, because it's like for the last couple of days I'm like, I can't tell if it's just lying to me. Yeah, what Sleepy said. Honestly, it's just they've been in a long journey with the package sham. And they need to lay it to rest. They need to let it go. It must move on. Near the top under the profile. Hell yeah, so there is a tab for it. Oh, good. Oh no. I mean, like, fabric, am I right? Easiest thing to remember, tension points. Like, basically just have it bundle up in the areas where, like, the fabric is bending. That's the spots. That's the spots. Oh my god. Like a mint Oreo. What can I say? I'm one tasty biscuit. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for leaving Christmas dinner early because my sister-in-law wanted to name her daughter the same name as mine, but spelt different? Does she not realize that would be like kind of confusing? Suki Vicky. Oh my god, just saying, like, if you hook the cats up with that beef dine, they're gonna love you forever. It's like literally, like, last week, Laz hooked the cats up with some beef dine, and I got a picture, and, like, Asta's literally, like, what I did was I put it in the middle of the floor, and Asta, I shit you not, he walked up to it, he curled around it, and he started licking his lips. Like, this bitch knew what he got. He was like, I know what I'm getting for dinner. He is so smart. I'm like, oh my god, I need to take a photo of this. The comment, of course, in the photo is just like, yeah, that's the idiot I live with. Oh no. No. Yeah. There's always the good old, oh look, the sleeve is now behind the other person. Ah, clipping. Shrugging. I mean D&D hella fun, am I right? I swear, I want to collect all the D&D books. Oh, it's snowing. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Alrighty. Ooh, I can't wait to see it as. Okay. I am 30 female, and my husband is 32 male. We have one daughter, Madeline, and I have a sister-in-law, Jasmine, 32, and she has been having infertility issues for a while now, and has had a couple of miscarriages. Jasmine and I aren't that close, but we're friendly to each other. She got pregnant a few months ago, and she had a gender reveal party about 2 weeks ago. Everyone was so excited and happy when we found out she was having a girl. During this year's family Christmas dinner, she announced that she was going to name her kid Madeline, but spelled differently, of course, as if that made it any better. Her daughter's name was going to be Madeline, Madilyn. I was completely shocked. Never in my wildest dreams did I expect that Jasmine would want to name her kid Madeline as well. If she told me before we named our daughter, I probably would have taken that into consideration before naming her. I asked Jasmine why she'd want to name her daughter the same name as mine, and she said that technically it wasn't the same name, since it was going to be spelt different. She also said that her great aunt's name was also Madeline, and she thought that Madeline was a cute name. Jasmine also mentioned that Madeline was supposed to be the name of her kid before she had a miscarriage. This was before my kid was born. I never even knew that was what she wanted to name her kid because she never told anyone. I was really upset and told her she could have just told me before I named my daughter that she also wanted to name her daughter Madeline. She said that I was always such a witch, and that I probably would have named my daughter Madeline either way. I don't even know what I ever did to this woman. I then asked what we were going to do about the confusion of them having the same name, and she told me we could just use my daughter's middle name. Like, what? I told her if anything, we should be calling her daughter by her middle name since my daughter came first. We went back and forth a few more times before I decided to leave early with my husband and Madeline. My daughter was also pretty confused and asked why her aunt would want to name her daughter the same name as her. I'm still really upset and hope she changes her mind, but this morning my brother-in-law texted me and said I should try to better understand Jasmine and her feelings. I texted him back and told him that she should stop being such a witch and try to understand my feelings instead. I really don't think I'm an arsehole, but am I? Oh. I mean, no? It's... I think, oh, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. This is a big yikes, because it's like, on one hand, you're all good, Red. On one hand, it's kind of like, how do I put it? Like, on one hand, like, you shouldn't, I guess, try and police what people call their kids. So yeah, in that case, should be fine. But on the other hand, the Madeline, the original Madeline, is 8. Like, it'd be one thing if she was, like, 1 or 2, then you could tell, like, it was, you know, like, there was some bullshit happening with the names, but, like, the original Madeline is 8. This Jasmine has known Madeline for 8 years and still is not only trying to call her kid Madeline, though she's well within her right, but trying to say that the original Madeline should be the one to be called by her nickname when her kid is born, and not the other way around. Like, she's well within her right to name her kid Madeline. She can call her kid whatever she wants. But I think the 8-year-old kind of has the first name rights, you know, on account of, like, she was conceived like 9 years ago, and was born 8 years ago. Like, I know, like, I think you're a bit slow to the party, sweetheart. Like, no, like, they can either have different nicknames. You can call one Maddie, you can call one Lynn, you can call one by the nickname or whatnot, but, like, honestly, like, yeah, like, the first one in any social group with a name almost always gets, like, either the standard nickname or the full name treatment. Like, everyone else has to comply just because it's like when you've got one Jessie that everyone knows, and then, like, another Jessie moves in from outer state, and they're now part of your class, they're probably going to be called either, like, they're probably going to just start being called Jess or something, because there's already a Jessie, and the name's taken in the social circle. Otherwise, everyone would get confused. So, it's like, not the asshole, but I also, I kind of want to almost go no assholes here, just kind of this underscore of entitlement, really. It's, yeah, like, yeah, like, honestly, as, like, same, unique names unite, am I right? Spelling's overrated. Just stares at the amount of times people have misspelled. Yeah, no assholes, just smooth brains, honestly. I kind of want to say no assholes here because they're both kind of within their right to have their stance, but ultimately I think the only shitty stance here is expecting the original Madeline to switch to a different nickname or a name when this new kid is born, just because that's not fair to the 8-year-old. The 8-year-old won't respond to it. Oh my god, Az. Mayo rest in peace. Said with love, of course, of course, of course. Yeah, yeah, lads, yeah, just a pinch. Just the weest of pinches. Alright, now the next one. Am I the asshole for creating a rule that when I host an event for the family, my sister's son is not allowed to come? What he do? I treat my family to dinners out and other events fairly often. My sister Charlotte recently moved closer to me and our parents. Before then, I only saw her and my nephew Leo for holidays. I invited Charlotte out on a family dinner out, and it was an absolute disaster because of Leo. Charlotte called me when she was driving to the restaurant. I could hear Leo yelling in the background. Charlotte asked Leo to wait a few minutes till she was done calling me, and then she would give Leo her phone. She wasn't doing anything to actually discipline him. My nephew's behaviour was no better inside the restaurant. Leo was 8, and yet he was acting like some kind of 2-year-old. He was jumping up and down the booths, yelling to get Charlotte's attention. He threw bread at another patron's service dog. My dad took away the bread after Leo ignored the first warning, and Leo threw a tantrum. People were staring at us, and I would have been too. Leo's behaviour was completely unacceptable. While all of this was happening, Charlotte just said things, "Oh, Leo, you can play on my phone," and wasn't actually doing anything to discipline my nephew. While we were outside leaving, and Leo was with his grandparents out of earshot, I told Charlotte this could never happen again. I told Charlotte she needs to get Leo under control, and until she does, he is not welcome at any events in public that I host for the family. Charlotte said I was a horrible person for excluding a child, and to think how I would have felt as an 8-year-old to know that I wasn't welcome at family gatherings. If Charlotte doesn't want to hurt Leo's feelings, then she cannot mention the family events I host or actually do something to discipline Leo. Our parents understandably asked not to get involved in our disagreement. Friends are divided because some are saying Leo shouldn't even be in restaurants until Charlotte gets him under control, and others claim what I described Leo's doing was normal kid behavior. Am I the asshole? He threw bread at a service dog and didn't get into trouble from his parents for it. Like, that is way too lax. Like, honestly, if anything, I think probably the one unfair thing is she's still inviting Charlotte to these events. If anything, it would have been fairer to go, "I'm sorry, Charlotte, but you, like, until you get your kid under control, I can't invite either of you to family events," because then it's no longer targeting the kid. Even though it is the kid being a menace, it is also targeting a parent who's not disciplining the damn kid. The kid threw bread at a fucking service dog. Like, that is definitely the point of you fucked up beyond return. Like, that is too far. That is well too far. As an 8-year-old, you should know not to throw things at animals. And it's like, oh yeah, that kid is a nightmare. I cannot blame them at all for not wanting that kid to come. Honestly, I really can't. Like, yeah, like, yeah, he really shouldn't be in restaurants until he can get under control, honestly. Like, at the end of the day, it's a harsh thing, but I think she's in the right, yeah. Show him how that poor bread fell. Yeah, legit, Eden, 100%. Like, that right there is like proof. Like, if you have kids, you've got to discipline them. You can't just leave them be, because they won't grow up. But yeah, I'm definitely on the side of Leo shouldn't even be in restaurants until his mum gets him under control. Just because he's making it horrible for everyone there. Yeah, legit. Like, even if they're on the spectrum, that's still bad. The mum's being way too passive. And the thing is, as well, as it was never once mentioned he was on the spectrum. And, while that doesn't necessarily mean anything, generally, it's usually a point to mention in the kid's defense if it is there. So it's like, honestly, either that mum needs to get that kid tested, or you know, just, yeah. Yeah, kids don't need to grow up by themselves. Parents need to be parents. Like, so many parents are so obsessed with trying to be the kid's best friend, they seem to forget to be, you know, the parent. And that ends up with, like, nightmare kids, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I say not the arsehole on that one. Absolutely not the arsehole. Of course, Ren, rest well, and I appreciate the care package. Thank you. Mwah. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Num. Because yeah, genuinely kids like that, like, they go from being a menace as a child to causing petty crimes as a tween, to juvenile crimes as a teenager, to just criminal as an adult. Or, like, they just become a piece of shit as an adult. Like, that never ends well. Like, if you want your kid not to grow up to be a piece of shit, then tell him not to be a piece of shit. Catch it early. If you leave it too late, they'll never stop being a turd. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for refusing to take the car seats out of my car so my family can take one car to Christmas? My delirious being fueled. It sounds like your delulu gotta come trululu. Oh, get you some get you that I think you got a good one. I think you snagged a good one. All right. I'm 20 female and nanny to 4 kids, 9 months old, 2, 4, and 7. One of the requirements of the job was having a car that could fit 4 car/booster seats. Mine didn't, but I applied anyway, and they liked me, so they got me in contact with a friend who was selling a 5-ish-year-old Ford Explorer for cheap. They brought the car so it's in my name, and they're just taking some money out of my check each month for me to pay it back. It is my car, and I can do pretty much whatever I want in it, but I need 3 car seats and a booster in there Monday to Friday. I refuse to take the car seats out because I do not know how to install them, and I can't have the parents do it every time I want to drive a couple of friends. I still have my Civic that I used before I got this job, so when I'm not working, I usually drive the Civic. My family was about to go to Christmas, and my mum told me to get the car seats out of the Explorer so we can all take one car. I said no, because the only one that I know how to install remove is the booster seat. My mum said I could watch a YouTube video, but I honestly do not feel comfortable installing the car seats, and I couldn't live with myself if the seats weren't properly installed or something happened. My mum thought I was being dramatic, and I was just trying to get out of having the family see how messy my car is. I ended up driving my Civic, and my mum followed in her car, but she's still mad that I made us take 2 cars instead of taking the car seats out. Am I the arsehole? No, just no. Work car, home car. Like, it's her work car, not the arsehole. Don't ask her to ruin her work car because you want to save a couple bucks on petrol. Fuck you. Absolutely not the arsehole. Yep. Yeah, legit, Les, legit. You'll get that. I'm sorry. Yeah, work car for what? Not cheap ass mothers, straight up. Alright. Am I the arsehole for telling my dad the real reason my half-sister won't be in the same room with me? I want to say no, because I'm all for honesty. Alright. I, 31 female, have a half-sister, Ellen, 34 female. Same dad, different mums. No, I'm not the result of an affair. Ellen and I are not close. And never have been. We only saw each other at family get-togethers. Ellen has a husband, Tom, 34. Tom's a nice guy, and when she introduced him to the family, he and my husband hit it off. And my husband ended up hiring Tom to work for him. Tom and Ellen got married and had a baby, and during this time they started having problems. I didn't hear this from Ellen, but from my dad, and from my husband, who was told by Tom. Tom then started staying really late at work and then progressed to coming over to our house often for drinks with my husband, and by extension me. He became a regular visitor to our house and began unloading his problems. This went on for about 8 months until one evening Tom was quite tipsy and admitted he developed a crush on me. Understandably, this meant he didn't come back to our house. He has profusely apologised for this and we're fine now, but obviously I just prefer some distance. I guess that whole thing was a wake-up call for him because he and Ellen started going to counselling. During the counselling, he told her about what had happened because Ellen called me and screamed at me for the whole situation. She said she and Tom would never be in the same room with me again after what I'd done. She made excuses for not coming to family gatherings I was at for a while before my dad confronted her and said she and I had fallen out and weren't speaking. And she said we'd fallen out, we weren't speaking. I went along with this because I didn't want to tell my dad the truth either. It had been over a year of this. Hello, Artemis Vol. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But this all came to a head over my dad inviting us both of our families and us to New Year's Eve and getting mad that Ellen wouldn't come if I was going. He started ranting at me that we needed to grow up and make peace, and if we didn't want to talk to each other, fine, but not being able to be in the same room was nuts. I got sick of being berated, and I agree, but it wasn't me who started it. My dad demanded to know what the fight was about and wouldn't let up. Eventually, I just told him. He's furious. He called Ellen and yelled at her. He called my husband and yelled at him. He is seething that no one told him that he's been acting like things are fine with Tom this whole time. Ellen is furious with me for telling Dad, saying I did this on purpose and have ruined things with Tom after she'd worked so hard to fix them. I feel bad for the results, but I also feel like carrying the burden of this risk that I didn't cause was unfair on me in the first place. I kept quiet when I didn't have to, but once I was getting heat over it, it just came too much. Am I the asshole for spilling? No. No. It's not her responsibility to basically be the scapegoat. Because, no, it's not her fault. It never was her fault. Like, it wasn't like she accepted his advantages. Basically, the second Tom just admitted he had a crush on her, she banned him from her house. I don't think you can get more clear than that. Like, she just straight up went, nope, don't come over. Like, it was clearly like, yeah, he didn't come back to the house. Like, he was kicked out of the house. Like, come on. Like, she was so not into it. She just, at the confession of a crush, she cut him from the house. Like, yeah, legit. Like, it is not OP's fault that your neglective husband felt he couldn't come to his own wife with his issues. Exactly, lads, yeah. Hard not the arsehole. If anything, this Ellen character is 100% the arsehole in this situation. Like, she's done what so many people seem to do, where it's like they will blame everyone for their partner's faults except for their partner. And it's like, just, what did she do? Exist? Like, how dare you be attracted to this guy that... like, it's not her fault. Like, he's the one who did the propositioning. And he got turned down. Like, that's what she did. Like, she committed the crime of not cheating. Your Honor, I don't believe this is a crime. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, legit. It's got that, oh my god, a guy looked at you, you're cheating on me vibes. Yes, 100% has. It is completely got. It's like, how dare you say no to my husband? Yeah, no, like, honestly, I can't blame the dad for being furious. Because essentially, he clearly was manipulated into believing that it was OP who caused the issue. And so when she finally cracked and told him the truth, of course, he turned around and went, why the fuck did you lie to me? What the hell is going on? I can't blame him for being pissed, honestly. And the fact that, like, Ellen got so pissy that OP told Dad, and claiming that did it on purpose and ruined things with Tom after she worked so hard to fix him. She was lying to that man. She absolutely was. The only way she would be negatively affected by the truth coming out if she was bullshitting. Because if she wasn't lying, the truth wouldn't have changed that much. So clearly, she's culpable of a lot more than we know. Oh my god. I love like the snaps for suspenders, like just like, I don't believe cheating or the lack thereof is a crime. Yeah, honestly, yeah. This Ella needs to sort her shit out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like she really needs to sort her shit out. I really can't blame OP from just being like, nah. Just, nah. I know, right? Like, how dare you not take the heat for this? You're making my personal life slightly more inconvenient because my husband has to take culpability for his crime of developing a crush on someone else and being rejected. It's like, of course we don't know if he actually has cheated with someone else. But like, even then, like, from his perspective, there was definitely some emotional cheating. It's still not, absolutely not on. But like, yeah, just, it's absolute mountain out of a molehill, I believe. Absolute mountain out of a molehill. Like, they need to sort that shit out. Bless this maze. Yeah. Honestly, Tico, yeah, generally, you're not wrong, actually. Generally, those who accuse of cheating are generally the ones who have cheated or will. Because it's that whole thing of, like, you tend to be blind to other people's realities. So you assume that when you're doing something, other people do it as well. Most people do that. And so it's like, it's like, you're cheating on me. No, I'm not. Are you cheating on me? Because you brought it up. Now, bitch, is sus. It's like when you play Among Us and you, out of nowhere, start accusing people of being the imposter. And that's when everyone turns around and go, I don't know, you're pointing a lot of fingers, man. I think you the imposter. Sus. Am I the asshole for telling my son-in-law's wife she will never take my daughter's place? I lost my daughter, Abby, 7 years ago. She was married to Scott and had 3 children with him, who are now 11, 12, and 14. Scott and my grandkids stayed part of the family, and last year Scott remarried. His current wife is Beth. We all knew Beth for a few years prior to the wedding, and she was always very friendly, though at times she could be a little pushy. Scott would always handle that, though, and after they got married, Beth's pushiness has gotten worse, and Scott appears to have lost control. Beth was upset when she dropped my grandkids off one day that we had not added photos of her to our house and commented as such. In our living room, we'd have a display with photos of our kids and their weddings. She felt her and Scott's wedding should be there. She was upset when my grandkids spent Mother's Day with us and our extended family, and we did not include her. Scott wasn't invited either. Mother's Day is a difficult day for him due to a bad relationship with his own mother, but Beth said we should invite her too because she's a part of the family, and then she said she's one of our kids too. I asked her what she meant, and she told me she's obviously going to be one of our kids now that she's the mother figure of our grandkids. I told Scott what she said, and he was embarrassed and told me he would speak to her. Beth was also upset when my husband posted on Facebook to say something about our kids, and she didn't get mentioned as one of our kids, but as Scott's wife. We mentioned Scott and how wonderful he was to Abby and how wonderful he is as a father. For my grandson's 14th birthday, we were all together and he wanted a mum side photo. Beth attempted to get into the photo when Scott tried to remind her she said she's part of the family now. He pulled her aside and the photo was taken without her. But she told one of my sons after that she felt like we weren't treating her as a daughter, and then said Scott never treated her as a lesser wife. We saw them a little over Christmas, and Beth was upset that we'd gotten them a joint gift for her and Scott, instead of getting her one alone. She told me she's tired of feeling like she's not really family, and she said she feels like we always put Abby first when she's here now. I saw red after this, and I told her that she can never take my daughter's place, and the fact she ever thought she could is outrageous. She told me the kids call her mum and they think the world of her, so why wouldn't we? I told her the kids have always called her Beth when I hear them, and she turned around and said that's our fault because the kids should be calling her mum and they don't. She lost it from there. Beth stormed out and I explained what happened to Scott. He apologised and left the kids with us so he could speak to her. I think they worked it out, but Beth said that I was needlessly cruel to imply she's not as good as Abby and doesn't deserve to be our daughter. Am I the asshole? The Delulu was strong with this one. Oh my lord, the Delulu is strong with this. I think she missed the memo. Because it's like, essentially, the most important part of this story is the one who passed, Abby, is OP's daughter. Scott is OP's daughter's husband. Scott remarried. Hi, Rita. And Scott remarried, and Beth is the new wife. Bruh. I'm sorry, but marrying someone doesn't get you adopted by their ex-partner's parents. What? What? Hello, DSMP. I can't compute. I mean, what? It's like, it's not even the in-law. It's the in-law's new wife. What? I'm just shocked. How many mental hurdles do you need to jump over? Alright, so to give some context, essentially what's happened is OP's daughter passed 7 years ago. OP's daughter's husband, named Scott in this story, remarried a couple of years later. And the lady that OP's daughter's now ex-husband married is upset that OP doesn't consider her daughter. OP's not even related to the husband. There is no relation. It's quite clear that it's just more like Scott is just very close with the family, and of course they're keeping the kids in contact with the grandparents. But of course she'd just be the wife. There is no relation. Scott doesn't even have a genetic relation to the family. He's just the dad of the grandkids. What? Honestly, let's say, I need to see the hurdles this woman's brain jumped to get at the conclusion that thinking that your husband's dead wife, her parents should consider you her daughter. How do you get here? No, she wants to be called OP's daughter. She wants to be considered the daughter of the husband's dead wife's parents. That's what she wants. What? It's not how it works. Oh, she missed something. Oh, damn. How the hell do you reach that conclusion so confidently? Honestly, Tika, I was confused while reading it because it's so absurd. It's so absurd. Honestly, last year, this is the king of Delulu tonight. Oh my god, I just can't compute. How do you reach that conclusion? Yeah, mental gymnastics Olympic medal has some tough competition. Oh, she's definitely a mental gymnastics Olympian, all right. Damn. Hello, Zana. How are you? Welcome back. Honestly. And to be so confident about your cursed stance that you'll get into arguments constantly over it. That's the thing that's like, damn. / confidently incorrect much. Jesus Christ. I feel bad for OP having to deal with that. Like, that's one of those things you never think you were gonna need to spell out to someone. Like, no, you can't replace my dead daughter. Wife of my dead daughter's husband. I just... Bomb. Yeah, so this is the hill you gonna die on? Really? Really? I hope she knows she's in the wrong. I hope she knows she's wrong, because at least one flicker of faith in humanity can reignite. Alright. Am I the asshole for opening a fake gift during the family Christmas party? It just insert Tim Allen Greer. Every year, my family does Christmas at my mum's. She insists that we open all presents together, even gifts between spouses, etc. It's normally an okay tradition, but sometimes it can spark jealousy or comparison between families. This year, my husband saved up and bought me my dream designer handbag for Christmas. I know some people aren't into that, but it's something that I truly love. We're not well off, but we're not doing poorly either. But I knew that the handbag would cause a lot of discussion among my siblings and parents. I just didn't want their opinions and criticism to ruin a special gift my husband worked hard to get for me. So this year, my husband got me an extra gift that wasn't a real gift, it was a moderately priced skincare set. Christmas came and went without drama, but I recently posted a picture of my husband and our kids at dinner, and my handbag could be seen hanging off the back of my chair. One of my friends commented underneath about how gorgeous my Christmas gift was as well. Well, long story short, word got back to my family, and they totally blew up. Some were annoyed that I opened a private gift separately from the family. Others were criticizing the price of the gift. My siblings are now calling me disingenuous for harboring a secret gift, and they said I did it because I think I'm better than them. I didn't open it with them because I didn't want their opinions, and now I'm starting to feel like an asshole for keeping it a secret. I knew either way they'd all criticize me though, since it was so much more expensive than all the other gifts. So I don't know whether or not I'm in the wrong. I'm sorry she has to deal with them for family. Like, yeah, jealousy is a stinky perfume. Like, it's not for you, guys. Chill. Oh my god, I feel bad for her. I can't blame her. And the funny thing is, the second the family get about it, what happens? She gets hit with all of their opinions. Like, that's why she didn't tell them. Because they are doing exactly what they're doing right now. Being opinionated twats. They would have ruined the moment if she opened that gift in front of the family. Because she would be like, oh my god, thank you. And then everyone else would be like, so expensive, what a waste of money. No. Like, you don't need your buddy in the middle of a Christmas gift. Piss off. Honestly, I don't understand. Like, how dare you receive a gift not in front of me? That's not how it works. You don't give gifts if they're not in front of me. What the fuck, man? The entitlement, dude. Yeah, legit. Folko just wanted a normal-ass Christmas and they bothering. Totally not on. Oh my god. I feel bad for her, honest. Am I the asshole for telling... Oh, thank you so much for the follow, DSMP, why not? Am I the asshole for telling my mum she can't discard me and her grandkids, and then expect me to invite her over for Christmas? I want to say no. My mum was a single mum to me until I, 28, was 7. She then met my stepdad Joe and married him. Joe had been divorced for 3 years and had 2 kids, 6 and 4 at the time. Joe's relationship with his ex-wife was hostile, probably the most hostile I've ever witnessed even today. Joe's ex decided her and Joe's kids should never treat my mum with respect, and she had them treating my mum like she was the other woman. I was upset for my mum at the time, and she told me they would grow up and realise what their mum had done, and they would come around, at least to the point of being civil. I think at some point my mum saw her stepkids as a challenge she needed to win. She went out of her way to win them over, and there were many times it came at my expense. The worse they treated her, the more she focused on them and forgot she had an actual son who loved and needed her. Joe was fine, but he worked a lot, so I felt abandoned by my mum, and I felt like my mum wouldn't even notice if I was gone. When Joe's kids were teenagers, their mum died and they moved in with us permanently. Before this, they were at our house every other week. Them moving in was hell. They would yell insults at my mum on a daily basis, would tell her they wish she'd died instead of their mum. They called her disgusting, repulsing whore who infected everyone she met. They spread a rumor around high school that mum had cheated on Joe and had infected them. Joe had his kids in therapy, had talks with them, issued consequences for their mistreatment of my mum. But at no point did it stop, and equally, at no point, my mum gave up. When I moved out for college, it became clear to me that mum was going to stay more connected with her stepkids than with me. She was disinterested when I introduced her to my wife. We met in college. She really didn't take much of an interest in our wedding planning. She was busy trying to get Joe's kids to see her because once they moved out, they told Joe they'd only see him alone. Once or twice his kids asked my mum for money, and that kept her holding on. When my wife and I had our first child is when I gave up. My mum showed zero interest and didn't make an effort to meet my daughter for weeks. And when she did meet her, there was still zero interest. Joe went to his kids for Christmas this year and left my mum home. Mum sent me a text saying this, and I ignored it. 2 days ago, she left a voice message saying I should have invited her to my house for Christmas so she wasn't alone and could be with her son and grandchildren. I called her right back and told her she can't discard us and then expect me to invite her for Christmas. I told her she wanted to chase people who would rather see her dead and would dance on her grave than her son who loves her, so she could fuck off and leave me alone and stop trying to make us her consolation prize. Mum claimed I was cruel and out of line with how I treated her. Am I the asshole? Hello, definitely Lloyd. How are you? Oh, yes, we're reading Reddit stories. Yeah. I'm on OP's side with this one, honestly. Nah. I can understand the mum wanting to get the other kids to like her, but, by abandoning her own kid who actually did love her in favor of these brats, is it really a shock that at the end of the day, eventually that kid turned around and went, you have not given a shit about me throughout any of the most important parts of my life. So fuck you. Thank you so much for the follow. Definitely not whole yard. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And rats are adorable. Thank you. Hard not the asshole. Honestly, I think this was a long time coming. And yeah, absolutely. That woman really needs to get perspective and realize, that she's fucked up. And yeah, exactly, lads. Yeah, why should I be so why should I try so hard to be a part of your life when you tried so hard to not be a part of mine? She didn't care about when he got married. She didn't care when he had a kid. If she's not going to care about major life events in favor of chasing these kids who hate her, I mean, he's well within a right to go, I'm sorry, but fuck you. Yeah. The end, nah, fuck off. You're no mother of mine. Exactly, Sleepy, yes. Be a mother before you expect to be treated like one. Alright. Am I the asshole for insisting my sister buy my son a new PlayStation? My 10-year-old son got a PlayStation for Christmas. My 4-year-old nephew stuck a piece of ham in the disc part and tried to turn it on. He also dropped a controller on the hard floor, damaging it very slightly. The PlayStation's okay, but I'd rather my sister buy my son a new one and take this one. My sister said I was being ridiculous, then that one's still fine. I told my sister unless she buys it, I'm not having them over ever again. I think she's within her right, honestly. Because, dude, or at least she should, like, compensate for the damaged controller or something. Like, it depends on the extent of the damage. Like, it's a difficult one. I think it depends on the damage extent. Like, if the PlayStation is, honest to God, completely fine after the hammering, then I think she should at least replace the controller. But if the thing is, like, damaged, she should replace the whole thing. Her child was 4. I don't know how else to describe it. He shoved a ham in it. Oh my god. Like, you know, it's not the kid's fault. The kid's 4. Kids are dumb, but like... Oh yeah, thank you for the hydrate. The stretch, by the way. Arms up in front, up over the head. And yeah. Yay! Welcome home, Ghosty! Yeah. It's like, honestly, like, she should at least pay for the repairs. Like, if it sounds like the controller is slightly damaged. So it's like, she should replace the controller, I think. And if there are any damages to the PS4, she should cover the damages. But if, like, all it is like, it's just a bit grimy and needs a clean or something, and in that case, just getting her to pay for the damages should be fine. Because PlayStations, and I'm assuming it'd be something like a PS5, that shit's really expensive. Yeah, like... I guess it's that whole, like, need more information for it. Like, what's her financial situation? How damaged is the PS4, etc.? The PS5 or PlayStation or what it was, but... Yeah, like... Yeah. Honestly, though, it's one of those cases where it's like, it's petty, it's small, but she's well within her right to go, unless you know, fix your like, your son hammed my son's PlayStation, so, like, I would like a de-hammed version, please. I'm gonna go with, like, I want to go no arseholes here. Like, I kind of want to say no arseholes here, because it's like, I don't know, like, they're kind of both within their right to, have their stance, because, like, for all you know, like, the sister could be, like, not well off financially, so asking for, like, a $700 PlayStation replacement over, like, a slight hamming, is a bit much, especially if the PlayStation is completely okay. Just take responsibility for it. The controller looks like it's slightly damaged, so replace the controller, and pay for the repairs, pay for it to get cleaned. And I think that should be fine, and it won't cost her nearly $1,000. So, yeah. Get cheese with my PS5 too. It's like, is the ham still in there? They don't mention that. That right there, that is the key question. That is the key question. But honestly, she should learn to control her kid though. Oh my god, like, keep an eye on your kid. They might ham your PS5. Exactly, Sleeping. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's that whole case of, like, technology is very fickle, and a ham can, in fact, kill it. Get it de-hammed. Get it de-hammed, get it clean, and it should be fine from there. Am I the arsehole for telling my parents they have to accept my husband's smoking habits, or that they shouldn't visit? Oh, yeah, true. That would be nasty. Yeah, it needs to get de-hammed pronto. So I live out of state with my husband of 5 years. We live in a weed legal state, and my husband has a medical marijuana card because of certain medical conditions. My parents have been hinting that they want to come visit and stay for 3 to 4 months, but the only issue is they're extremely against any smoking, especially of marijuana. I explained to my parents, who are extremely old school, that sure, they can visit, but my husband does smoke after work for pain and to wind down. He works 6 days a week, 16-hour days. Immediately they said, well, when we are there, he can't smoke and that's final. I find it unfair that my parents would even say this or expect like this because, well, my husband's parents have a different mindset. They always say, hey, pay the bills here, we're just a guest, and don't make a fuss about him smoking. My husband sacrifices so much and works so hard, and he doesn't drink or anything else, so one joint is so minor in my eyes. My parents then involved my siblings who were writing me and calling me disrespectful and I have no manners, etc. My dad literally used to down bottles of liquor after work and be extremely annoyingly loud and drunk and rude when we were growing up. But my mum would always defend it, saying, he's the man at a house who works hard, leave him alone. So am I the arsehole for telling my parents, just don't visit our place and we will make the financial sacrifice to go visit them instead of 2 times a year for a weekend? Obviously not staying under their roof, we'll get our own hotel car rental things of these thoughts. Absolutely double standards. Like, bro, no, yeah, legit. Like, yeah, not your house, not your rules. And, like, if you don't like the smell of weed, if you don't like weed or anything like that, then just don't be around it. And that's it. It's very much a case of, like, he's well within his right to have it. It's medical marijuana. He's got medical issues. It's a medicine for him. So in that point, like, back off. Like, it's his house. And if you don't like it, don't stay there. The end. Like, that's really it. Like, yeah. It's like, I personally can't stand the smell of marijuana. I think it makes me ill. But I'm not going to go up to someone who smokes and be like, stop smoking around me, it makes me sick, while I'm in their fucking house. Like, no. Like, bro, if I have gone over to the house of someone who just either does it recreationally or does it anything like that, I will just deal with it because it's their fucking house. Like, it's not my house. I can tell them not to smoke in my house, but in their house, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, you wouldn't tell an asthmatic not to use their puffer. Like, come on. Like, it is, yeah, not your house, not your business, basically. And if they're expecting them to basically force the husband off of his medication, essentially, for 4 months so that they can be comfortable staying there, they can go stay somewhere else. Yeah. Legit, Xana, straight up. Your presence is a privilege, not a right. Absolute entitlement. So yeah, they can just, like, get a granny flat or an Airbnb or some shit. Alright. Am I the asshole for taking away my daughter's gifts because she didn't spend Christmas with us? My daughter Leah's mother and I were never married, but we did officially separate when she was 5. I got with my wife Naya when Leah was 9 and married her when Leah was 12. Leah never got on with Naya, didn't want to spend time with her, and was just generally unpleasant to her. We're currently in family therapy, and honestly, I think Leah just says the meanest thing possible to avoid actually discussing her feelings with us. She's absolutely amazing to hang around with one-on-one, but is unpleasant around Naya. We were all supposed to spend Christmas together as per our custody agreement. Leah's 16 now, and we've been more lenient, but we have always adhered to our agreement for holidays and birthdays. On Christmas Eve, Leah left to see her boyfriend's family and drop off her gifts. At around 6, I called her and asked when she was heading home. She says she's staying. I know her mum lives near her boyfriend and asked if that's where she was going. She didn't answer. I told her to come home, and she pretty much agreed, but then never did. I did call her boyfriend's parents, and they confirmed she left to her mother's, and I called her mother, who said Leah was there. Naya was heartbroken because she felt like Leah didn't want to be there because of her. This year, Naya handled all the gifts. She did the work of going in store and picking them up, picking them out. I decided my daughter wasn't allowed to shit on Naya's efforts to at least be civil with her, so when Leah got home, I asked why she wasn't at Christmas. She said she wanted to spend it with her real mum, and I said that's fine. When she asked about her gifts, I said her fake mum got it for her, so she didn't need them. Needless to say, she's pissed at me and hasn't said anything. Naya appreciates me putting my foot down, but feels like Leah is a lost cause and to just give her the gifts. Leah's mum agrees she needs to stop treating Naya badly and expecting no consequences. Am I the asshole? Note, she has the gifts her mum and boyfriend and other family got her, she's just not the ones Naya's helped with. I got her a car for Christmas, gifted it to her for November because she needed the car. Leah is an only child on both sides, I've no other children and don't plan to. and I am fine with having a relationship with Leah outside of Naya. My issue is that she treats Naya badly, like subhuman. She acts outright nasty to her. I wouldn't push so hard if she could at least be civil. Yikes, what a brat. Jesus Christ, like, no, I mean, yes, you're 16, everyone's a bit shit at 16, but like, not the arsehole. Like, this is definitely one of those situations where it's like, not the arsehole, like, yeah. The stepmom got the gifts, and she basically treats the stepmom like subhuman. Like, like, honestly, she's well within her right to just go like, well, I mean, you were supposed to be here for Christmas, you agreed to be here for Christmas, it is a custody agreement, the law says you have to be here for Christmas, and she just kind of runs off and stays with her mum anyway of her own volition, and then expects to get the gifts the next day. Like, I don't know, like, consequences for your actions, buddy. Like, she totally deserved to have those gifts taken away, I think. Yeah, like, come on, like, you don't have to like them, but, like, at least get along with them. Be civil. Like, at least be civil. Just kind of like, you don't have to call her mum. You don't have to treat her, like, with amazing respect. You just have to acknowledge that she exists and not treat her like a turd. Just be like, oh, hello, dad's wife. Oh, okay. And it's like, oh, hi, Naya, how are you? Just like mild shit. You know? Hello, hi, how are you? Welcome. Yeah. Legit. Yeah, you want to be shit at 16? You're gonna get consequences of acting like shit at 16. And honestly, I hope she doesn't get those gifts. She does not deserve them. And like, she got a fucking car for Christmas, so clearly her families are like doing pretty well. And honestly, it really seems like there's a degree of entitlement in that one. Like, I'm sorry, you got a car from your dad. Like, if you're gonna treat your stepmom like shit, you're not gonna give gifts from your stepmom. Like, I think that's fair. You know, go cry in your new fucking car. Honestly. I know, right, Sleepy, I swear. Just bare minimum. All we want is bare minimum. It's like, my car now. Beep, fuck off. It's like, your gift is public transport. Fuck you. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I don't care what her dad wants? Thank you for the hydrate. Legit, huh? Yeah. If you give your stepmom shit, then you're not gonna get shit. I bought you a Metro card. Now toot, motherfucker. I was gonna get you a car, but you're a piece of shit, so here you go. You can ride the train like everyone else. Alright. Yes, I'm being good. 25 female, have a sister, 15 female, who's my mum's daughter with her second husband. My mum married my sister's dad when I was 8, just a few months after my dad died. My parents' marriage was over pretty much when he died. I'm almost positive she was with my sister's dad before my dad died, and before the marriage was basically over. But their marriage was shitty, so maybe it doesn't matter. Not sure dad would have even cared at the point when he died. They were not good together. My mum's husband / sister's dad is my stepdad, but really he's my mum's husband. I'm not close to him. I don't have much to say about him. I think he could be a jerk, but he's good to my mum and good to my sister and brother. 12 now. He would have adopted me and been good to me, but he's not someone I would have wanted to be adopted by, if I wanted to be adopted. It's a lot about him as a person and his views and stuff he says about people, and somewhat about him being so great about him not being so great about my dad after he and mum got married, but I digress. My sister knows I don't really have much of a relationship with her dad. I do the bare minimum, and if my mum died tomorrow or they divorced tomorrow, I wouldn't remain in touch with him. He knows it, mum knows it, my siblings at least pick up on it. I gave my son a name that honors not just my dad, but my aunts and uncles and grandparents too. It's a name that connects to the family as a whole, but gives him his own identity, and it's also a name we, my husband and myself, love. After my son was born, my sister made some comments that I should have honored her dad in his name somehow. I told us that wasn't something we wanted to do, but she could always do so in the future if she wanted. She did not let it drop. She mentioned it every time I saw her for the next month, and when I did not give in and add a different middle name or change his name completely, she told me her dad was upset that we honoured my dad and his side of the family, but didn't honour him at all. I told her again she could always do it. I told my mum and her husband they needed to speak to my sister and tell her to stop mentioning it, and I told him to stop letting my sister know he hates not being honoured. They didn't listen, and just before Christmas, my sister came over to tell me yet again that her dad wanted to be honoured in my son's name and hates that he wasn't and he feels hurt. I told her I don't care what her dad wants. He's not my dad, and I honoured my dad and my paternal family, and that's my right when my son is mine and my husband's child. I told her to honour her own dad when she has kids if she wants. She got really upset and told me I should care about what her dads want because he's been my dad too since I was 8, and that I shouldn't dismiss him so easily. Am I the asshole? No. In fact, I completely agree with her. She's not being like, that's a horrible thing to do. She keeps saying, well, if you want to honor your dad so much when you have a kid, then honor your dad with your kid. No, not your kid. She's like, yeah, but. And it's like, no, yeah, but. No, yeah, but. It ends there. Oh my god. Yeah, like, she does not have to honor him with her own kids. She doesn't get along with him very well. Like, yeah, legit, like, the one who gives birth to the baby, with the only exception being like surrogacy and stuff, the one who gives birth to the baby as the one's parent is the one who gets to pick the fucking name. The only exception being surrogacy, because obviously that baby is going to the new family like immediately, and they should have the right. But like outside of that, the one who has the baby picks the fucking name. And if the kid hates the name, they can change it when they're an adult. And that's it. Toss off entitled kid sister. The goal on this plan. Okay, I love that phrase. That phrase is actually amazing. Of course, leave me rest well, and I hope you enjoy your sweet time watching that romance anime. See you next stream. Yeah, legit. Yeah, like the stepdad seems nice enough. Like, it seems like it's not so much they don't get along. Well, it's not so much they hate each other or that he's like a horrible piece of shit. She just doesn't get along with him, and it's civil, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And so she shouldn't have to honor a dude that she's like, okay, mum's husband with her own kid. She shouldn't have to do that. I know, right? Like, come on. Like, if you want to name a child so badly, either get pregnant or play The Sims. Easy. Name all the kids you want. Alright. Am I the arsehole, female 30, for telling my sister, female 26, that her poor life choices aren't my problem? My sister, Millie, has been in a string of bad relationships all of her life. She dates unemployed losers, fuckboy types who don't want anything serious, or men who are already in relationships. She becomes over-attached to her partners and then gets heartbroken when these relationships don't end well for her, going so far as to play the victim when another woman called her out publicly for sleeping with her fiancé. Our family always picks up the pieces when her relationships end, and she goes into massive depressive episodes. I love her, but it can be exhausting, and she never learns from her past mistakes. Her current partner, male 26, falls into the unemployed loser category. He's barely worked in his life and spends most of his time playing video games. Despite this, Millie fell pregnant 5 months into the relationship. They moved in together shortly before the baby was born. He resisted moving out of his parents until the final hour, and they now share a 9-month-old son. They both love the baby, but the relationship's strained. Millie is on mat leave while he is still unemployed, and furthermore he doesn't help around the house with the baby or the chores, leading Millie to be stressed and overwhelmed. I try to help when I can, but I am running my own business and I also live an hour away, so the help I can offer is limited. Anyway, I got engaged to my longtime partner on Christmas Eve and announced the news the following day at Christmas dinner as the entire family was attending. Naturally, my family was ecstatic. But when Millie congratulated me, she looked sad/annoyed for the rest of the evening, and it became obvious her mood had soured.
This resulted in the family calling her all night and asking if she was okay, to which she just kept saying, "I'm fine," while clearly being in a mood, refusing to engage in conversation, snapping at people, etc. At one point, she came back from the bathroom and looked as if she'd been crying, so I pulled her aside to ask what was going on. She said the announcement of my engagement on Christmas was stealing her thunder. It was her baby's first Christmas, and her son should be the main focus. She then accused me of rubbing my relationship and happiness in her face because I knew things were not good with her relationship. This is the part where I might be a bit of an ass. I got annoyed, called her entitled, and asked why she couldn't just be happy for me. She then accused me of not being supportive of her, and I snapped and said, "It's not my fault you let some loser knock you up. We all tried to warn you." I was also quick to snap because I feel like every family event since she got pregnant has centered around the same drama with her baby daddy. She ended up storming off, leaving with her baby and partner, and now my parents say I need to be the one to clear the air as the eldest sibling. Am I the asshole? No. Yeah, she definitely went for where it hurts, but also, no. This wouldn't even have happened if the sibling hadn't got all entitled about that. It's, for one, her son is 1. No, he's 9 months old. He's not even 1. He's not gonna fucking remember the Christmas. And for another, come on, you only get, I'd say you only get engaged once, but that's a lie. But you only get engaged to a partner once in that kind of way. And it's the first engagement announcement is big, and I think it's ridiculous for Millie to kind of get a stick shoved up her ass because her sister dared tell people that they were engaged now. Come on, man. Yeah, honestly though, I feel sorry for the kid, because it's when you've got parents who are warring against each other, the kid always grows up at least a little bit miserable, because you just gotta constantly deal with that. You gotta you either pick your side or you try and play neutral, which is a whole other ballpark. And it's just a nightmare. And eventually that kid grows up either with a favorite parent or going, "Fuck both of you." It's very rare that the kid will grow up and like them both equally. Alright. Am I the arsehole for telling my parents to figure their own shit out and booking my own flight and hotel? Gifted a bulbous straw. That's good shit though. My 19 female family is going to Italy in the spring. Due to conflicting schedules, I'll be leaving 5 days before them and coming home 4 days after they arrive. My sister, 15, was supposed to fly out with me and was going to go home with our parents, but they take forever to do anything. I was looking for flights and told my parents I needed an exact date that they plan on leaving so I could book the flights. They said they'll get back to me. Thank you so much for the follow, Evie010828. I really appreciate it, thank you. I asked again, and they still didn't know. I told my mum that I was booking my flight and they can do theirs later. They figured out the dates after, but the website I booked my flights on won't let me get the flight for my sister because she's not an adult, so someone's gonna have to call and figure that out. Then I started talking about hotels. I found some that were a decent price, so I showed my mum, and she said it's a lot of money, so we have to show my dad and have him approve. A problem with that is he likes to wait until the last minute to get a hotel. He once booked a hotel we were in the car driving to that vacation. After waiting a few days, I just booked my own hotel and told my parents I got my own place and they can figure their own shit out. Now they're saying I'm being impatient, controlling, and trying to ruin the trip. Am I the asshole for telling them to figure their own shit out and taking care of myself? No. This isn't a trip to another state or a trip to another. This is to another country. This is to another. You a grown ass adult. This is to another fucking country. You can't fuck with that. You need to book this shit in early. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hell, emphasis on hell, of a time. And she is being hey, when are you leaving? When are you leaving? And they were like, oh, they're just beating like, oh yeah, we'll get around to it. And eventually she's like, all right, fine, these are the dates I've booked. Okay, you can meet them or not. All right, next up, where are you staying? Where are you staying? At least tell me where you're staying. Oh, we'll see. And it's like, okay, if you're gonna keep doing that, all right, fine. All right, this is where I'm staying. You can sort your own shit out. Like, yeah, imagine booking the hotel while in the car driving to the vacation. Like, dude, like, if you've got that kind of reputation, is it really a surprise that when your kid has the power to book their own trip, they just go, oh, fuck it, no, I'm not dealing with that, I'm just gonna book my own shit, and you can do your last minute garbage you usually do on your own. Yeah, absolutely, Xana, absolutely. Like, it's not like she's writing itineraries and forcing them to book in like solid itineraries weeks, months beforehand. She's literally just wants to know where she's sleeping and how she's getting there. That's the basic shit. Whether you are a wing it type of person or whether you are a very like itinerary type of person, I would have thought everyone would have agreed that with international trips, at least booking the basics well in advance is smart because you save so much money, and also, you know you're not going to be spending the week as an Italian hobo because all the places were booked out. Yeah, legit, high, legit. Yeah, come on, now, make a decision. Oh my god, like, honestly, I hope she has a great trip, and yeah. Like, yeah, I hope she has a great trip, and I hope that, I don't know, they sleep in a backpackers or some shit. Like, bro. Alrighty. The other thing you'll see later is the streets. Yeah, legit, guys, yeah. Yeah, some planning. Like, it's like, I don't go on vacations very often. But, like, on the few that I've been on, I've always liked the idea of, like, say, like, when I'm visiting my dad's, which is probably the closest, is like, well, I don't really have an itinerary set out for the time I'm spending with my family. I do book the flights well in advance to make sure there's no schedule clashes or anything like that at the very least. And it's kind of like, if I went on vacation, I'd absolutely book the flights well in advance. I'd book a hotel well in advance. And I'd probably book any, like, major things I wanted to do in advance. So, like, if it's the kind of thing, like, there's a specific tour I want to do, I'd book that in advance because tours book up really quick. Or if there's a specific place I want to go to that requires booking, I'd book that in. But I'd definitely leave a few days where I could just potato or just do whatever I wanted. Like, breathing room. And it's kind of like, you've got to book something. Thank you for the care package, darling lass. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Tiger. How are you? Yeah, true, Haya. True. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for not letting my daughter go on a class trip? My daughter transferred to a new school this year. It's a private school, and part of their traditions is in the beginning of the year, an overnight class trip every August. She was too late for this year, but next year's is a 2-night trip to Philadelphia. One problem: no more than 6 people can share a hotel room, and there are now 37 girls that would need one. We found out there's a group of 4 day-only kids, 3 girls, 1 boy, that actually do stay overnight in the same hotel even. They just don't do it through the school. The 4 aren't super well liked, and there have been bullying issues, especially against the boy, but they're friends with each other, so the parents banded them together and decided to just fund and chaperone them themselves to avoid any issues. They do 2 rooms, one for the kids and one for whichever parent that goes. They've reached out and offered to let my daughter share with them. She wants to do it, but I'm not comfortable. Co-ed sleepovers are not acceptable. It's completely inappropriate. We've been back and forth with this for weeks. The verdict is clear. There's no open room she can get into through the school, and they're not getting her a single room. We can't afford to do anything similar to the other independent groups, and we can't just accept a co-ed sleepover. Going is not an option. She's devastated and begged me to reconsider. She says it's my fault that she even had to transfer schools sophomore year, and that we have had to move so much that this is the first time we're going to be somewhere for multiple years. I think we need to pass, but now my husband's starting to waffle and says that maybe we should consider making an exception because everything has been hard on her, and this is a major school tradition, an opportunity for her to make friends. The whole reason you're not letting her go is literally just because co-ed sleepovers are not acceptable. This is a room with 3 girls and 1 boy. If your daughter is added, that's 4 girls and 1 boy. I don't think he's gonna have any opportunities, if you catch my drift, and I honestly don't think that's his intention either. Like, it is mostly girls. If anything, the daughter being added in adds another girl to the equation, making it even more skewed in the girl's direction. Yeah, if anything, that boy's gonna probably be really uncomfortable. The one who's gonna suffer is not the girls, it's him. Because he's gonna be in a room full of girls and it's gonna be awkward, especially when you're young. And no, like that's such a stupid reason to say no. Like, just nah. I kind of want to say arsehole for this one. Like, I kind of want to say arsehole for this one, just because it's like, you know, you're well within your right to parent your kids how you want, etc, etc, etc. But like, if that is your only reason, and it's not like it's like a room with like 3 boys, 1 girl, that would be, I could understand the discomfort coming from that. But it's literally just like, there is a penis within the general vicinity of my child. Not happening. And it's like, dude, like, it sounds like he's like one of those shyer kids. Like, bro, I can tell you now, this one got tagged as asshole. Alright, yeah. Okay, so the top comment is, alright, as a teacher, I can tell you things. 1, these trips are important. This is where memories and friends are made. You need to do everything you can to make this happen. 2, unless you didn't register on time or there's other info you're leaving out, the school needs to find a way to include her. You need to meet with administration and find out why your child is being excluded. Edit. OP has finally admitted that they missed the deadline to sign up. This is completely OP's fault, and OP is now punishing the daughter by not letting her go. OP, you're the asshole. Yep. Yep. Literally everyone's like, it's 1 boy in a group of girls. It's fine. Like, dude. No. Absolutely, you're the arsehole. Absolutely. Like, come on. Yeah. Teacher for the win. You go, top comment. But yeah, no, absolutely you're the arsehole. That, the entitlement, am I right? And you go, teacher, you go. And like, literally under that post is just a bunch of different teachers being like, yeah, this. Legit. But yeah, now it's 1 dude, chill. Exactly, higher. And also, like, she's a kid. They're all kids. I think it's safe. Alright, am I the asshole for not wanting my girlfriend to post a TikTok making fun of me? My, male 20, girlfriend, female 21, and I were going out today and I saw a little bird that I thought was cute. I took out my phone and recorded it, telling my girlfriend how cute I think it is. She recorded me telling her that and recording the bird. She then posted the video on TikTok and wrote, "New ink unlocked." I saw it and I got mad at her because I don't like being made fun of like that. And she told me to relax because it's just a TikTok trend. I told her to take it down, but she didn't for a while. I got mad at her and she finally took it down, but called me a party pooper and is ignoring me right now. Am I the arsehole? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. How is that an ick? It's adorable. Oh my god, that is sad. I feel sorry for him, man. Like, he just saw a bird. He thought it was cute. So he was like, I'm gonna record the bird for a bit. And he turned to his partner and was like, look how cute this bird is. And she had the audacity to record him saying that and then post something like, "New ick unlocked." Like, what is about a guy being wholesome? What? Bro, I'm sorry, he's not a piece of shit. Like, did you want him to have fuckboy energy? What? Yeah. It's like, oh my god, I just petted a cat. New ick unlocked. Like, I'm sorry, he likes animals. Like, yeah, like, red flags, like, damn. You'd be better off without her. That is insane. Yep. Like, honestly, like, it's absolutely just, I genuinely feel bad for him, honestly. I really, really hope that he gets a new girlfriend who isn't a piece of shit. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, did you want him to just pull out a gun? What, is it not manly enough to think that birds are cute? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize masculinity was involved when taking photo of cute bird. What the fuck, bro? Like, dude. Yeah, same, Eden, honestly. It's a TikTok trend, like, that's not an excuse. Toss off. Yep. Yeah, birds are adorable, man. Like, come on. Honestly, he sounds adorable. Can't believe mocking him for taking a photo of a bird. That's so mean. That's so toxic. Let him live. Let him live. Yeah, exactly, Laz. Yeah, let the man enjoy things outside of the internet. He's touching grass, leave him be. Exactly, Shara, yeah. It's like, you party pooper, and it's like, you wrote new ick unlocked because wholesome. Bruh. I'm sorry, did you want him to meat spin the poor thing? Is that manly enough for you? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Legit, Tika, legit. Yeah, if that was a girl taking a photo of a bird and turning to her boyfriend and going, oh, look, it's so cute, he would just go, oh, that's sweet. And that's it. Like, because meat spinning is cursed. Yeah, like, come on. May she always be overconfident on a stealth part. Oh, that's a slippery slope, that one. Well, I mean, as if you want to meat spin, you can meat spin to your heart's content. Yeah. Yeah, legit, Monty. Yep. May she forever have a tiny rock stuck in her shoe. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my pregnant sister that I don't want to help raising her kids? Rest in peace, dear Xana. I am 30 female, and my mum's 65 female. My sister is 38. My sister's son is 10 months old. She's basically a single mother. She works a full-time job and is the breadwinner, and is also the parent who takes care of the baby the most. The father only works part-time as a waiter to focus on his art, making music. He says he can't look after the kid because he's tired after his part-time job. They're struggling with money and have downgraded to a smaller apartment to save on rent. My mum's been giving them money every month and buying them baby stuff. Me and my mum, mostly my mum, have been helping her take care of the child. She spends a week out of the month over their apartment to help take care of the baby. My mum comes home and I go over there for the next week. We have been alternating like that, and it's taken a toll on my mum's mental and physical health. I also don't like it because I feel like I should be focusing on my own life. Well, my sister's pregnant again. Me and my mum are horrified that she's keeping it. She also announced that she's breaking up with her boyfriend and he isn't going to co-parent. My mum is nearing retirement and told me she doesn't want my sister and her kids to depend on her. My mum said she mentally, physically, and financially cannot help my sister with raising 2 babies. I also did not sign up for this responsibility. So we set some boundaries with her and told her we won't be helping as much, and if she keeps the baby, she needs to figure out the childcare by herself. My sister got upset and complained to her auntie, my mum's sister, and now that side of the family is calling us selfish. Are we the asshole? Yeah, I say no, honestly. Like, I get it. Like, Yeah, it's that whole case of like, kids are a toll, kids are a lot, and ultimately, it's not your mum's kid, and it's not your sister's kid, it's your kid. And the thing is, like, from the sounds of it, with this second kid, she is very, very, very early in. Because it's like, from the statement, I mean, if she keeps it, she has to figure out what to do with it. So essentially that implies, like, she's still at the stage where it's still just a fetus. She could technically get it aborted if she wanted to. And if she can't raise one kid, she might be best not having a second one. Because I see, Zanny, you've discovered the truth. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Yeah, like, honestly, she should make him co-parent. And also, if he is such a deadbeat that he isn't going to co-parent, you shouldn't have a second kid with him. Because you're not getting any help with the first one. Like, it's that whole case of, like, you're not in a position to take on a second kid. I mean, yeah, you did this to yourself. I say not the arsehole, honestly. She was well within her right to set boundaries. And it was quite unfair of the sister to basically expect everyone else to put their own lives on hold because she's having kids she can't take care of. And that's not fair to her, like anyone else, or the kids, honestly. Yeah, legit, yeah. She's taken it for granted, and they were within the right to step back, honestly. Not the arsehole. Alright. Am I the arsehole for telling my dad I don't exist to be a reincarnation of his mother? That is a title. That is a title. I, 30 female, was named after my deceased grandmother, Phyllis, whom I never got the chance to meet. She was the matriarch of my dad's side, and her death left a great impact. I was the first child in the family born after her death, and my mum says she really didn't want to name me this, but my dad strong-armed her. This name has been difficult for me in a number of ways. My dad refused to let me go by a nickname through all of childhood. The other kids still found ways to mock me, such as calling me Phil and then telling me I had a boy's name. Then in my teens, they asked me if I wanted to be Filled. Now, I know kids can find anything to tease people with, but it certainly didn't help. The larger reason it was hard is I felt like I had to live up to a ghost. It doesn't help I look just like her. I was constantly reminded of the legacy I had to live up to. Anytime I made a mistake, I was told I needed to uphold the honor of the name. Keep in mind, I've always listened to my dad's stories, learned about history, and I greatly appreciated that I was named after someone so amazing. And I tell my dad this even though I say I'm not a fan of the name. In college, I decided to reinvent myself and began going by Lissa. In time, people began to assume my name was Alyssa and just went with it, to the point that all my friends, colleagues, etc. call me this. My family was aware but would still call me Phyllis, which I accepted for a time. My dad made his disappointment clear, but I told him all that matters is he got to call me it. I also explained why the name was difficult to me several times, both growing up and as an adult, and he told me the meaning behind it was greater than bullies and that I should be honoured to have such a legacy. I got married last fall, and it was an issue for my dad that the officiant called me Alyssa, that Alyssa was written on all the wedding decorations and invitations. And when I went to hyphenate my last name with my husband's, I also chose to legally change my name to Alyssa. I had my grandmother's middle name as well my whole life, and I kept that as it was never an issue. It's Marie for those curious. The issue for my dad is that his family had grown used to calling me Alyssa. I never asked them to, but they chose to do so. My dad said that I was wrong to change my name and that I should feel honoured. I tried to explain my reasoning, and he said it hurt him that I didn't care enough. I got mad and said I cared enough to respect him calling me Phyllis and never corrected him. I respected him by always validating his feelings and never telling him he was wrong, while he always brushed mine off. But if he wanted the truth, I wasn't born to be a reincarnation of his mother. I am my own person, and it's not fair for him to put his grief on me. This really upset him. My mum said I pushed it too far by saying all of that. I feel bad he's upset, but I don't know if I agree I was wrong. Am I the asshole? No. Like, no, absolutely not the asshole. She's well within her right to change her name, and it's sad that he feels bad about it, but like, at the end of the day, she's right. Like, she's made it clear throughout her entire life that this name is it really is inconvenient for her, and he's done nothing but like go dismiss it completely. And yeah, and it's like, you should feel honored by what the bullies. She should feel honored that all the boys were telling her they could fill her up. I mean, I wouldn't call that an honor. Exactly. And it's kind of like, yeah, just, she kept the middle name. And the thing is as well, is like, even though it's a mention at the end, his father gave her both the first and middle name of his mum, assuming his mum had the father's last name. Her whole name was literally just her grandma's name. If she had her grandma's first name, middle name, and father's last name, her whole name was her grandma's name. That is a little bit... yeah, I can see why she wasn't comfy with that. And yeah, Alyssa Marie sounds neat. It's a nice name. And I mean, yeah, she's well within her right to swap it, but like, the yikes is strong with that one. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, thing is, it's like, it says a lot with the way he behaved, that she felt like that she was being forced to act as a reincarnation of his mother. That says a lot, because that is not an accusation you pull out, like, out of your ass. That requires a lot of prompting. Of course, as rest well, sweet dreams. Strong I'm not your mom vibes. Yeah, like, oh, so uncomfy. I can't blame her for changing her name, honestly, and I think Alyssa's a lovely name. She's well within her right to swap it. And honestly, it's a miracle that the kids growing up didn't call her Phallus. So I think she got the nice end of the stick, because in this day and age, she would have been Phallus. Oh my god. I think the kids were being nice with the fill me up jokes. It's better than Phallus. Her name was Phyllis. She would have been called Phallus. You thought that was the name? You just said, oh yeah, Phallus. Oh, that's a fuck name. Yep. No, let's just say I know what kids are like. Oh my god. Alright. Am I the asshole for giving two nieces the same gifts when they're different ages? I, 18 female, am currently on school break and spending Christmas with my family. Parents, 2 sisters and brothers-in-law, 1 brother and 2 nieces. We, the adults, agreed only the kids would get gifts to decrease the financial burden. I'm a typical broke college student, but also an okay baker, so for this first Christmas as an adult, I decided to give baked goods as a present. I made butter cookies with lemon icing. My nieces were Mia, 9, and Zoe, 6, each from a different sister. I made 2 identical boxes for them. Each girl got 12 cookies each. They were shaped like things from the songs 12 Days of Christmas. Everyone complimented me on how cute the cookies for the girls were. I also made a batch plain shaped for the family, and everyone said they were good. Mia did not pleased, however, and was quieter than usual for the rest of the morning. At lunch, Mia's mother asked to speak to me. She said Mia felt like it was unfair that Zoe got the same amount of cookies she did when she was the older girl. Mia always thought of me as the favourite aunt and was hurt that I didn't treat her special. I don't think I did anything wrong, and Mia was being overly petty. I did make up with her ever since, and we're good now, but I still wonder, am I the asshole? No. It's cookies. It's not like they were both given, like, I don't know, like, a Kelly doll or some shit. Like, they weren't both given like a doll for 6-year-olds or a doll for 9-year-olds or something. They were both given cookies. Not the asshole. You got cookies. It's called being fair. It would be one thing if they both got like, you know, like a physical present where it was quite obvious it was either aged specifically for the 9-year-old or for the 6-year-old. Probably worse for the 6-year-old. And they both got that, because then you can understand, hey, like, I'm not 6 anymore, why am I getting a kiddie present? But you got cookies. Just shut up and eat your cookies. Hello, Pop Rocks. How are you? Yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather at the moment, honestly. Exactly, Hydra, exactly. Alrighty. I can fuck up a cookie right now. I mean, yeah, like, cookies are great. You kidding? I would go ham over cookies. Like, oh my god, like, one of my coworkers got me and my fellow receptionists, they got us both some chocolates, and we were like over the fucking moon. We were like, oh my god, thank you. Like, food, man, food is the best. Oh my god. Alright, so I'll make this one the last story, because I'm starting to feel a little... The nausea is coming back a little bit. I'm starting to feel a little bit spinny, so I think it might be a good idea to make this one the last story and then return to my position in bed. Exactly, hi. You can give cookies to everyone. Like, I kid you not, I've basically spent all day in bed, and I think I got up at 7, then I got ready for stream, and I'm streaming, and then after this, I'm probably going to lay down in bed again. But don't worry, I'm okay, I'm just a bit crunchy. I've got the fan on, keeping me cool. Oh, Asta's asleep in the box, how cute. Oh, thank you, Faye, thank you guys, I appreciate you guys. No, don't manifest in my room, you'll scare a comet. Oh, and comments on top of the tower. Yeah, she's dethroned Asta's ass so hard. He got distracted by the shiny box, and Comet's stolen his spot on the tower. He can't have it back now. Alright, that's acceptable, Ghosty, that's acceptable. Alright. Am I the arsehole for still withholding all of the prezzies I bought for the family because of their pranks? Okay, in the past couple of years, I started making good enough that I bought a house, and I still have plenty after the monthly bills. My family have all been pranksters and at times entitled my whole life. But Christmas Eve, they took the cakes. Oh, thank you for the 25 biddies. I promise I will use them to get better. At Christmas Eve, they took the cake. I was no contact with them for years, but they convinced me to reconnect after I moved closer. For gifts, I got them all the good stuff, like tablets for the kids with built-in DVD players, sports memorabilia and camping stuff for my dad, brother and uncle, specific antiques, jewelries and appliances for my mum, sister-in-law, and aunt. I brought my girlfriend with me, and as what little family she has are horrid, so she was delighted to spend Christmas Eve with my family. Everything was going smoothly, and I warned my family, no pranks on me or my girlfriend at all. They swore none would happen, but they could not resist. We got attacked by silly string from multiple fronts. That stuff reeks and gets everywhere. Somehow we powered through that. But then came the gifts. I wasn't expecting much, but none of them even tried. We got dollar store cooking utensils, a pair of intensely ugly holiday socks that I confirmed were also dollar store, and a pink hat. And that was just from my parents. They all kept snickering and recording me as I unwrapped random junk. One being a used mirror to a car I no longer own. The one gift there to my girlfriend was a bottle of fart spray. I told them I had enough, and they'd agreed to no pranks. Long story short, they weren't just gag gifts. They were the only presents there for us. So I'd had enough and just started gathering up all the presents I'd bought. They all freaked out and demanded I give them back. I told them they didn't change one bit and they could kiss all of that stuff goodbye. We bagged everything and stormed out. The family keep calling and messaging me that I'm being greedy, that I couldn't take a joke, couldn't think of anything to get me. The kids are crying. I don't need to go on. Am I the asshole? I'd refuse to return any of the presents. Honestly, like, I don't blame him. I say not the asshole. Hello, Moni, how are you? I say not the asshole on this one. Just like, come on, man. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Paul. Yeah, same. It's like, you know, like, gifts are ways to show how much you care and how much you know a person. They're kind of like, they're really important. Like, I hold gifts in really high importance, like, because it's like, you don't need to give gifts, and so when someone gives gifts, it's a huge deal. And the thing is, the most important thing in this entire thing was the condition. The condition for him and his girlfriend going up for Christmas was no pranks. That was the condition. They would not have come without it. And they swore none would happen. And then, not only did they prank them physically, which was like already breaking the agreement, but whatever, every single gift was a shitty gag gift. And it's like, that's just, like, prank gifts are fine if you have a real gift. Like, if you have a real gift, like, kind of the whole joke is like, haha, you thought I bought you a fart spray? Just kidding. Here's a microwave I got you for Christmas, or something. Like, if that's the case, it's fine, because clearly the idea of the prank gift is just to give a harmless laugh, but there is a real gift there, like the real gift behind it. But, like, if the prank gift is it, then you're being a twat, you know? Like, yeah, like, honestly, exactly, goes, yeah, it's like, gifts are your feelings that you're giving the person. And it's like, generally as well, is people... And it's like, people hold gifts, like, really, really close to their heart as well. Exactly, yes, yeah, like, by giving these garbage gifts, and, like, you're not giving them a gift, you're giving yourself a gift. Because you are giving them a garbage gift so that you can be entertained when they open it. That's not a gift for them, it's a gift for you. Like, prank gifts are fine only if you have a real gift following it up. Because essentially, it kind of really divides that whole of, there's a difference between, like, you're in on the joke and you're not. When it's just a garbage gift and there's nothing following it up, they're not in on the joke, they are the joke. Of course they're not going to take it kindly. Whereas, like, if it's like a prank gift, but they're giving a good gift after, you kind of, by giving them that good gift, you bring them in on the joke. Kind of like, you give them the good gift and you're like, okay, this is the real thing I got you. The prank gift was just so everyone could have a bit of a laugh. Because at that point you'd be like, okay, thank you for the real gift, but like, fuck you though. Like, your mood lifts. Because it becomes like, you see the joke, you see it wasn't meant to be harmful, it wasn't meant to have anything mean behind it, it was just a silly joke. Yeah, and also, you need to have a good relationship with someone to give a gag gift as well. Like, yeah, no, like, very much a case of, like, no. Honestly, it's very, very silly, very silly. And it's kind of like, I think, like, the closest thing to a gag gift I'd ever received from family would be just more along the case of, like, my actual present was right in front of me, like, my name's on it, I know that's my gift, and maybe my pop will be cheeky, and he'll just, like, he'll have a biscuit in hand, and he'll be like, oh yeah, AITA, this one's for you, and it's like, oh fuck you, I can see it, and he's like, oh no, that doesn't exist, you're not seeing it, this one's for you, and that's probably as close as it gets, and it's kind of like, obviously, like, Nana, that would be Nana, like, I'll stop being a pest, and she gives me the gift, like, that's a joke I'm in on, like... But it would be completely different if, say, I opened the package and it was just like a fart whistle or something. And it'd be like, that's nice. Because the thing is, when you open a gift, especially around family, you kind of feel pressured to appreciate it. And it's just, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, higher, yeah. It's kind of like, it's that simple difference of like, there's harmless and not harmless. And honestly, I'm glad that this person took all of their gifts back and went, nope, fuck you guys, we're leaving, and cut them off again, because they took everything for granted, and it's on them, honestly. Exactly, yeah. It's like, and it's always like painful to have to perform a reaction, and you're just there, yeah, like legit. Exactly, lass. Yes, you need to earn the right to give a gag gift, and you need to know exactly what kind of gag gift you can get away with. So it's kind of like, there's a big, for example, like say you're going to give someone a gag gift of a body pillow. There are certain people you can get away with giving a body pillow, and certain people that you really fucking cannot. You can't go to your nan and give your nan a fucking ducky muckera and go, Merry Christmas, Nan, ha ha ha, because she would be like, what the hell, like, thank you, like, it would just be really awkward. But if you had a mate who was just really, like, obsessed with a particular character, and, like, not in, like, a sexual way, but, like, in, like, oh, I just really love this character, so you get them, like, a mild, like, a suggestive Darkumakura as a gag gift. They would open that, they'd appreciate it, but they would also be like, bro, fuck you, like, and you'd just be like, well, you know, because you love this character so much, and it's kind of like, the wrong pillow, sorry, Gran. This man ass out on this pillow. Yeah, so it's kind of like, its context is really important. Yeah. Glad they're based. Okay, Monty, that's pretty hilarious. It's like, I remember one time, I think it was actually my birthday a couple of years ago, and I was on stream, and I was back when I was Corey, and I had a child body pillow on my throne, but like, I had it there as a gag gift. I didn't think anyone was gonna buy it. I just put it there just for the lols. And I shit you not. Lentil and Cry, basically, what they did was they both, Lentil bought me one, and then Cry got me to put a second one on there, and then Cry got me another, so basically they got me 2 child body pillows! And I thought that was absolutely fucking hilarious, because I was in on the joke. Like, and I was like, what the hell are we gonna do with these? And they're like, Merry birthday! And they're like, you want to fucking bet? And like, that shit's hilarious. The thigh-high socks is 100% a gag gift I put on there for fun. And I thought it was hilarious when you bought that for me. That was the funniest shit. I absolutely cracked up laughing, and you bet your ass that in winter I wore that shit around. Like, I'm totally cool with gag gifts. But it's that whole, like, you gotta be in on the joke. That's kind of it, yeah. Because, like, the gift can be the joke. Thank you so much for the follow, 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome. Oh, rest assured, dear Ghosty, my legs were thoroughly warmed. Yeah. I'm doing well, Mika. Thank you for asking. And how are you? I hope you're doing wonderfully. Oh my god. But yeah, so I love those kinds of gifts, honestly. In context. But honestly, good on this dude for like being like, nah, fuck that shit. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No, thank you. Exactly, yeah, like kind of those inside joke gifts can be quite amusing. That is all about that sweet, delicious context. Because it's like, I know in the realm of gifts, I love useful things. Maybe that's just the boomer in me speaking. But like, I love things I can use. So I love art supplies. I think probably the most, so like with D&D polyhedral dice, you can use it. I'll be honest, I do just like collecting the books. That one is not for use, that is for shelf. But But like, you know, like technology. I love technology because it's practical. I can use it. You know, nibbles. I can eat it. You know, like cat warmers and drinks and yeah, and it's kind of yeah, like no. Ooh, right now I am playing a medieval winter music massive 10-hour chunk. Like, if anyone's curious about my background music, there's the link to the one that's playing at the moment. And you can use body pillows. I mean, like, I'm an absolute octopus in bed, which essentially means that, like, I have body pillow and guillotine in my sleep. So yeah, it's just good for nap snuggles. But also, every time I see the body pillow cover, like, I get a kick out of it. I find it hilarious. Oh yeah, Monty. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty hilarious, Monty, though. You're welcome, Faye. Yeah. And said, happy birthday, princess. She was still on around. Oh my god, I love that. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I love that kind of stuff. It is so wholesome. Thank you for the hydrate, darling lass. I appreciate it. Mwah. And of course, ask away, Demica. Oh, thank you for the care package. After all, you gotta be Delulu for your dreams to come true. Obviously, Mika, we're not actually all just a bunch of actors in Florida. I'm kidding, of course. Australia is very real. It's covered in dinosaurs, and always watch out for drop bears. The goon of fortune will determine your fate. Exactly, Moni. Delulu is the Salulu. Oh
Get
my
well
god,
soon, everyone.
You as well, dear Tika. Oh my god, that is amazing, Monty. Oh my god, alright, and of course my stretch, arms up over the head, and yeah. Thank you. Oh no, Santa, not jury duty. Good luck. Oh, I mean, every Australian I've ever met can agree that drop bears are a truly dangerous creature. The drop bears, though. You gotta watch out. Oh yeah. With their name all over his gag. Oh my god, that is hilarious. It's alright though, like, Australia's not that scary. You know, you learn to get along with him, you ride your kangaroo to work, and you pet your kookaburra to get into the office. I'm sorry, I'm being an absolute cad. Australia's fine. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, like, kangaroos are really buff. Like, there have been, like, many videos of, like, beefy himbos going up to a kangaroo and, like, trying to, like, box it, and the kangaroo just fucking flattens them. It's always really funny, those videos. Oh, yeah. Very, very true. Basically, Australia has a strange obsession. Hi, Dread has a strange obsession with big things. And essentially, there's no other way to describe it. We just like big things. We even just call them Australia's big things, because even we don't know how to describe it. And essentially, we just have a bunch of random big shit all over the country. Like the big banana, the big merino, the big mozzie, the big bicycle, the big goon. There is in fact a big cask wine, all of the various different big beers, the big nuts, the big horse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I love the big bicycle, and the big goon. Yes. Oh yeah, we do have the big cheese, the big koala. Honestly, let me find a list actually. Australia big things, just because like it's just such a weird Australian thing. All right, we've got the big acorns, the big bunyip, the big coins, the big swoop, which is a giant magpie eating a chip, the big galahs, the giant mushroom, the big powerful owl, the big coffee pot and cup, the big pool ball, the big ant, multiple big apples, the big avocado, the big axe, the big Ayers Rock, which is quite ironically a tiny version of Uluru, the big banana, the big beer can, the big bench, the big blue healer, the big bogan, the big ball, the big bull, the big bunch of bananas, not to be confused with the big banana, the big bicycle, the big bush turkey, the big cheese, the big cherries, the big chook, a second big chook, the big dog, Don Bradman's bat and stumps, a big fish, a big funnel web spider at Jamboree Action Park, the big gold panna, the big gold pick and pan, the big golden guitar, the big hammer, the big hat. There's a picnic table under the big hat, the big headphones, the big knight, the big koala family, the big kookaburra, the big lamb, the big magpie, the big merino, the big miner's lamp, the big mosquito, the big Murray cod, the big orange, the big oyster, the big playable guitar, Ploddy the dinosaur, the big clothes peg, the big potato, the big poo, the big prawn, the big rabbit. It's fucking Christ. The big rocket, the big Rubik's Cube, the big Slappy, the big soldier, the big spider, the world's biggest sundial, big swagman and dog, the big swan, the big tennis racket, the big trout, another big trout, the big turtle, the big Ugg boots, the big windmill, the big wine barrel, the big wine bottle, the big wine cask, or cask wine, the biggest little town. Oh my god, what else? Big barramundi, the big quadruple X gold lager, the big books, the big boxing crocodile, the big buffalo, the big dinosaur, the big fish, not a lot of those, the big frog, the big gold nugget, the big hand, and it's extra cursed because on the index finger there's another hand, the big jumping crocodile, the giant goldfish, another big owl, the big stock whip, the big stubby, which is a beer, another big turtle, and another big wine bottle, a couple more big apples, another big banana, not to be confused with the big banana, it's just big banana, the big bowling pin, the big barrel, and it is in fact a giant wooden barrel, a few more barramundis, the big nut and bolt, the big boomerangs, The big shoe. The big balls. Oh, the big cane toad. The big cassowary. The big cow. The big crab. I've got a few big crocodiles. The big deck chair. Imagine a foldable chair, but big. The big easel, like a painting easel. The big G is exactly what it sounds like. The big golf ball. The big golden gumboot. The big gun. The big hard rock guitar. The big macadamia nut. The big mandarin. The big mango. The big meat ant. The big melon. The big merino, which is not to be confused with the other one. The big mower. That's in a lawn mower. Some more big oranges. The big paper clip. The big peanut. Oh, a couple of big peanuts. Big pelican. The big pick, shovel, and sieve. The big pie. A few big pineapples. A few big pumpkins. A few big spiders. A big rum bottle. The big sapphire. The big sapphire ring, which is in fact just a giant ring with a fake sapphire on top. The big sausage king, which is nightmare fuel. It is a sausage, but it has a face with arms. The big scout hat. The big shell. The big spanner. And right above it says, get your nuts tightened at the big spanner. The big strawberry. The big stubby, which is another beard. The big thermometer. Another big watermelon. Jesus Christ. More big ants. We got a big bee. Another big cherries. Another big wine. The big cockroach. The big dice. Another big hat. The big heels coast, which is basically the big clothesline. The big lobster. The big olive. More oranges. Oyster. Big pelicans. Big pigeon. Big rocking horse. The big Santa. The big Scotsman. The big winch. The big windmill. Oh my Jesus Christ. We got more apples. We've got the big coffee pot. The big penguin. The big platypus. The big spud, which is unlike the big potato, but has a cursed face drawn on it. The big Tassie devil. The big wickets, as in cricket wickets. More big apples. Another big bowls ball. Oh my Jesus Christ, there's so much. Big cherry. The big cigar. The big coffee maker. And I'm skipping some too. I am genuinely skipping some. The big elf. The big hens, they're all dabbing. A few big koalas. Let's see. What else we've got? Yep, we got a big miner, and that's in the miner that gets the rocks. Couple big Ned Kellys. The big pheasant, and it is massive. The giant pocket watch. The big public purse. This one's in the Melbourne CBD. I pass by this one pretty regularly, and every time I look at it and say, why do we need a giant purse? The world's largest rolling pin. The big smoke or the big cigarette. The big tap. The giant worm. Oh my god. We've got more apples and bananas. The world's tallest bin. The big camera. The big lollipop. More big mushrooms. The big periodic table. The big prawn. The big wheelbarrow. And the world's largest wooden pendulum clock. So this here is on Wikipedia. Yeah, and honestly, I skipped quite a few duplicates. There are a lot of big wines. Oh my god, though, some of this shit is absurd. Absolutely absurd. I love it. I love it. We've made it to the list of Australia's big things. Even our science is big. And it's fitting, isn't it? Because it's also the big list. So, with that being said, I believe this is a good place to commit the big ending. Oh my god, though. Like, Straya, am I right? Am I right? Alright, let's see. Ooh. Alright, let's check out this person. Yeah, now a bitch needs to rails. Wanna go on a big goodbye. The big chow. Oh my god, oh my god. Alrighty, so. Yeah, gotta get a big grass in a big bed with lots of the big fluids. Yes, with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I've had a wonderful time hanging out with each and every one of you. I'm sorry I'm a little bit tonight, but I will do my best to recover. No big plans come to get you. I will have the big nap. But yes, so with that being said, let me pop over to the ending screen. Thank you for the head pads. Mwah. And now, cold meds tonight. Nah, yeah. Gonna knock out. Gonna have them Z's, baby. Yep. Gonna snuggle the big cat. That's you, comment. I'm mocking you. Mwah. Alrighty, so let's set up this raid. Alright. And there we go. Alright, brilliant. So yes, thank you guys so much once more for joining me. I've had a wonderful time hanging out with you guys and spilling that sweet tea. My next stream should be tomorrow. Bloody schedule. Alright, yeah, my next stream should be tomorrow, and I'll be doing the subathon doodles. Of course, I will let you guys know if anything changes, if I get worse or anything. If, like, I'm still around this level, but my brain's still pretty cooked, I might end up either just, like, doing model cutting or, like, doing more AITA. But I'll keep you guys updated. And, of course, once more, thank you guys for joining me. And, oh yes, thank you for posting the links to my Discord and Twitter. That's where my stream schedules are if you want to check it out. Sorry, my brain's a bit cooked. I'm remembering nothing. With that being said, may everyone have a wonderful evening, morning, noon, or night. And of course, rating in 3, 2, 1. Good night, guys. And to my fellow sick people, fucking rest, boy. Good night.